Yeah, that's.
And you find out.
So, thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of Hoecially Awkward. If this is your first time joining us, I'd like to properly introduce myself. I'm your host and favorite motivational speaker, Mimi So 100, or Comer Walker if you're nasty. I am joined by my co-host, as always. We got Mr. Tone Deaf, aka the Classic Man, our producer over here producing shit, getting our visuals ready for this evening. See, I never send them in advance because I be wanting real-time reactions and I be wanting everybody to see shit at the same time. So I don't be wanting him to cheat and see it. And then, I want us all to watch shit as a unit. We also got no, because he came on my post on some bullshit today. Acting like he not the narcissist, nigga.
Did y'all not see the post?
It's the same every week. Every week.
It is.
Every week.
I know. But so I'm the only one that caught it?
Do the hoes not rejoice in my name?
If that is some narcissistic shit.
It's not.
Man.
It is not.
Like there's a whole kingdom of hoes.
Right. Man.
It
We're not worthy.
Hey, look.
Hell, Queen Ho.
So, yeah, are you like the Bowser of hoes?
That shit. No, Bowser be getting beat.
And then all these hoes is like your king, your Koopa Trooper?
Not the Koopa
Bowser be
Trooper.
getting beat.
The Hopa.
Yo,
the
since we talking about
Hopa,
that,
Hopa
I
Ho?
just got hit with like something that blew my fucking mind.
Okay, hold on real quick so I can introduce these two first, and then we can jump into that.
Oh, the
Because we do
backyard
that a
again?
lot. We are cut into the intros and shit, and then motherfuckers that's new probably be like, "So who are the other motherfuckers?" I
You
don't
know what? Going forward, just start with them. Because when you get to us, we just like we in.
Yeah, they know us by now.
Right.
Hey, we also got the beautiful Sarita joining us. Go ahead and plug yourself, darling.
And don't forget to listen to me on 98.3. That's what she said.
Hey, can we get that over here too? The
I know, right?
TDR.
Maybe.
Okay, I just need to know these things.
You have to do it for my show, though.
Oh, okay.
And of course, we got Mr. Essential Tomas is in the building. Now,
Wait. Can I have some of your delicious beverage?
yeah. So I made him wait to ask me on air because when I came in, like I told, I was like, I would have been like on time, but I had to stop at the liquor store. And then he was like, "Oh, I see you with the black bag." Then I pulled out, my margarita. She's like, "Oh, I thought she had some real drink. Well, can I have
I
some?"
mean, you want to throw some tequila in
I'm
Yeah,
just,
I mean, you really could.
Isn't it
Really
already
good.
tequila
I'm
in
just
it?
saying, like,
It's got some in there. I thought it was cute. Look
I
at her
mean,
bringing in some drink. She got some very fine.
look.
Thank you, Mimi.
And bro said, look, it's been a long day.
You
All
think it was
right.
hot?
No, hi.
Why is it coming out so slow?
Nice.
Because it's not a whole hole in the middle. It's like that little
Yeah.
filter
Oh,
thing.
they got like a baby cap on it. Okay.
Yeah, just to make sure the drunks don't, spill.
No,
too
you
Pull
much.
it all the way
too
upside down and I'll stop.
Probably.
I'll stop.
Stop.
What's good, Ravi?
Cold too. Look at you.
Yeah, I
You
made
took it right out the
sure
fridge.
that I did not go to the shelf. Oh, it's for everybody. It's for everybody.
Hey, bro,
Um,
being passed around.
Shoot.
You know. Go ahead.
Dino said, "Be smarter than the bottle, Tommy."
Oh,
Hey,
let's not do that.
So, before we even get started, I want to go ahead. I'm gonna wait for Juan to pour up so that he can go ahead and hop on the buttons.
Oh, this is.
Thank you, sir.
Kiba, you made
It's got a little
Yeah.
Oh, see
Yeah.
that little-
Is the shit that got you in trouble at Freaknik?
Hey, Rita.
he said,
Welcome you and them titties to the show. So before we get started, I want to let everybody know an update from our last show. We were not in last Sunday because it was Easter. So it's been, good 2 weeks.
That's
but
not true because you were here Thursday.
I like my Sprite.
Well, yeah,
Easter
you're right.
pink.
You didn't miss nothing.
you're right,
They
y'all,
missed it.
y'all didn't. It was just Easter then.
It was a 3-hour show.
But I got the job, y'all. So if you did not see my Facebook post, I did get the job.
Congratulations.
So yeah. When you find out about all your hoops and shit,
They said 2 weeks. So was it the day that you? It was the day after.
I feel like your application process was like the fucking Hunger Games,
I
bro.
still got
you volunteered
Got a
to
hoop
contribute?
Right. That was the 4th interview, and they said they would let me know in 2 weeks. But I left everything on the table. I was like, hey, I'm the man for your job.
You really slatted yourself out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kiva.
I hold myself out.
What's up, Cuzzo?
Yeah.
Hey man, you ain't wrong.
Hey, y'all ain't got
Pour,
me.
Hey,
pour for that
Trey.
paycheck.
Thank you.
Right,
Yeah, but
right.
I can tell y'all that appreciate it. I can tell y'all that I am really, really, really excited. So I'll be starting next week, Monday.
Damn.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the fastest I have ever, like, the whole process from, applying, interviewing, testing, getting hired, and all of that shit. So now, because I'm drinking this.
Donuts and margarita.
Unless y'all want me Putin like I was when Rabbit was here. No, but it's going to be nice. I did go ahead. Remember, I told you I was kind of struggling on if I want to do the full time or the part time. I did go ahead and decide to just do the part time for now because I feel like, one, that's the reason why I applied in the first place. And it'll give me the opportunity to like really get my feet wet in the position and see if that's even something that I would want to do full time. And then from there, I can always try to push forward. But the main thing that pushed my decision was because both of my babies are graduating this year. Ree is graduating high school on May 31st, and then Jelly Bean is graduating from 8th grade on her way to high school on June 15th. And because of how training is structured, you can't miss training. And they talking about this shit like 4.5, 5 months of training and shit, and you have to be there. I'm not missing my baby's graduations. And as a single parent, I have to be there the full day to help them get ready and get situated and all of that shit. So, there's no way in hell I would have been able to work a full shift and then be able to get them and myself ready for graduation. So I just went ahead and went with the part-time, but it's all good as long as my foot in the door.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was the magnificent recommendation.
know?
I know it was a yes.
Hey, listen.
I was like,
Do you-
yes.
Do you feel like you can sell your recommendations?
I think so.
I think I can too. Because
I think so.
same
I be
people,
hooking
every
people
time
up.
somebody come to me, they always get the job.
Me too.
Always.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Oh, don't have them call me.
Oh,
nigga.
It's on.
It's a wrap.
It's on.
It's a rap. I even played that whole like
Appreciate you, cuz.
what's your last name again?
Huh?
Oh, yes.
Yes, amazing.
Absolutely. I'm so sad to see her go.
That's
Like
Thank you,
I'm
London.
going to miss her. I'm
London.
gonna miss her, but
London, let me tell you. Lemonade is my favorite drink in the entire world. I'm definitely gonna fuck with you. My pocket's been a little hit right now because
Lemonade
y'all
is a
know between me
popular
being
drink,
injured
it
and
still
shit.
is.
But
I
now that
give
I'm
more
back
props
on the
and stunts to
workforce,
Bruce Willis.
I got you. Hey, Pooh said you got the munchies and shit. Thank you for all the congratulations. I am I'm excited because it's been a couple years since I've had a regular job, and my main thing is because of the fact that I have so many health issues. It's hard working for people because employers don't give they don't give a fuck.
H.
They don't give a fuck.
I got so many hoes. It's hard to work a regular job with all these hoes.
Exactly, Kiva. Kiva said, once you in there, you can move on up. Exactly. No, I definitely got you. Anybody that need references,
Yeah, let me know too, Kayla, because I'm all
and
in the HR.
and if you truly know me, like not like just Facebook know me, like if you truly know me,
you're gonna get it right.
You know how I write shit. Like I turn that shit on. I'm a hood rat on Facebook, but
dude,
outside of that, niggas be like,
I literally reference everything.
I sound like Sarita off Facebook.
I literally reference everything that I witnessed you do here.
Man,
I was like, oh, she works till the job is done. She's punctual. She's consistent. I'm like, very thorough in her research.
Above and beyond, because we definitely don't end before 2 hours.
Very thorough with her research.
Yes. At that 2 hour mark.
Hey man, blame them. They be interacting so much. The people be drawing me in.
Tell them to go to Tone Deaf Radio and listen to Interactive.
Hey, good shit. Just let me know if you ever put mango in anything, because I am allergic to mango, and I'm not trying to seize up.
And pineapple on me, so between the mango and the pineapple.
Now we just fucking up all the island shit over here.
Wow.
London I love mango.
Trey gonna be together.
Yeah, mango tight.
That sounded so Yeah, saying that mango type.
See, that's why I'm glad you've been watching camera animation. They so fucking childish, bro. Like it's so fucking funny.
If
to
y'all
just watch niggas be
have not
childish.
seen, like, it's called It Is What It Is,
It Is
right?
What It
It
Is.
is what it is. Camera and like, I didn't watch a full show. I only caught 2 clips on Twitter. I took a break from porn Twitter, and I've been on regular Twitter now.
Look, there's a regular Twitter.
Because I logged.
Yes, it is.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's
I
in
worked
between the
hard to get
timeline
there.
of bullshit.
Because I logged into my my Mimi So 100 page, my regular page, instead of my Kummer Walker page, and I was like, dog, this shit is fucking
They
wild.
so
Like they when
childish.
dog Mace wasn't giving no fuck. That nigga went in on Pat, baby. He was like, choke you out, Pat.
Yo, we was trying to choke you out the like the shit that they be pausing would be crazy.
Because what made me even click on it was the person that retweeted it in their caption, and it was like Cam was trying to apologize to Pat Bev, and Mace was like, "No, fuck that." I was like, "Oh, I gotta watch this." He was like, "Oh," he was like, I don't like that." He was like, "You."
He said, "I don't like that you apologize,
He
man."
was like, "You sounding like murder, and I'm sounding like killer." He was like, "Yeah, you're right. I don't like the other side of me."
He said, "I choke you out."
But when they
Pat,
talking
man.
about Charles Barkley with the soap in his ass, oh, see, Dino just put that again. He said Cam went in on Charles Barkley. Yeah, so if y'all haven't, go look.
Please watch it.
Yeah.
Watch the whole show. That's some of the funniest shit ever.
Keep it talking about she don't know how she ended up on porn Twitter, but she be seeing stuff. Yeah, they was definitely cooking Chuck, Dino.
No, when they was talking about load management, like
Like that shit was wild as fuck. But yeah, that was like one of the funnier things that I saw on Twitter. Now, for our women that are in the comments, I know some of y'all like that. It's from what I heard, it's pronounced Shein, not Sheen. It's Shein.
she in what?
That's the
clothes?
name of the company, like Shein. I don't know why,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, it's
she in.
it's
Okay.
Shein instead of Sheen. So
That's because niggas call it Sheen.
Yeah.
yeah, so there is some controversy surrounding them, and of course it's gone now. Attention was brought to it 24 hours ago, but you can go ahead and put that first one up. So when you go on well, as of yesterday, if you went on their website trying to shop for jumpsuits, like searching for jumpsuits on their site, you know how most clothing sites, it breaks things down into categories, like, okay, well, sizes, patterns, colors, blah 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 blah. So when you went and looked up jumpsuits and saw the color black, there was something that popped up. So you got, your plain, your neutral, spaghetti strap, black. Now, from this, you probably can't tell what that is. Oh, I sent the regular one. You don't got to zoom.
It's easier, believe me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my.
Is that a monkey?
A
Incorrect
monkey
with the
on a bunch of
banana.
bananas for black.
How you get out of that though?
You don't.
Right.
Like,
You don't.
like how do you oops my bad this one?
We ain't
Because
learning.
white people love to go, damn, hey, my bad, bro.
You can't.
They love to do that.
Nope.
Dino
and
said, how do
H&M.
y'all pronounce the store? See, I damn sure don't call it Galaxy.
That's what I call it.
Ghost.
That's what
I don't know how to say that word. That's not even a
Ghost?
word.
That's not.
I
a
just
real
say
word.
Galaxy.
I've never heard anyone say that
Ghost.
word.
Ghost.
Most words you can hear.
I used to work there.
How do you
How's
say
it
it?
pronounced?
Gals.
Yep.
This gals.
Thank you.
It's a monkey.
But dude would let everybody call
On
it whatever. He'd be like, whatever. Keep my
bananas.
money.
You know to come shop here.
Right.
Absolutely is.
That's a monkey.
It's definitely a monkey.
What
It
kind of
might
monkey
actually
do you
be
think
a
it is?
gorilla.
Because I feel like if y'all gonna use monkeys, can y'all at least get some proper representation of what?
That's
we
definitely a
do?
chimp.
Mm-hmm.
That's a chimp, my nigga.
A chimpanzee.
Right. Like y'all think we chimps? I can't be like a silverback.
I'm not
Some
gonna do this
shit.
with you.
Shut
That
up.
I wouldn't even want to be one.
You
Low
walking
key,
somebody
low key,
and you
Caesar was
walking
that
somebody
nigga. And he
into
was a
it.
chimp.
He was a champ. Hey, yeah, he was fine.
Yeah, Caesar ran
What's
shit.
that nigga that was snitching and that killed him for telling?
The orangutan.
The white one?
That was that big albino motherfucker.
Yeah, they got the fuck up out of here.
See, you already biased against albinos, so I bet that was like bitch ass nigga for you, wasn't it?
Hey, he kind of deserved it. But I'm not biased against albinos. Let's stop putting that out there.
All right, so
You make one albino joke. and they
Keisha
just
makes a
think you
good
don't fuck
point.
with
She said the fact we keeping them in business though, the fucking audacity. See,
think
and that
H&M.
is why tonight's episode, audacity and foolassery. That is the name of tonight's episode because believe me, there's a lot of that shit going on tonight.
you.
Now,
Hey, so I got a question to the ladies that's in the comments. What's in y'all Shein cart right now?
like I say, now why the fuck would they do that?
Sundresses.
I want to know what's in y'all Shein cart right now.
A bunch of sundresses.
You said a whole suit for $45 is hard to ignore.
Hey, that's
You
right.
got a point.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
yo,
Like, can we really be mad at this monkey? Because these prices is still.
No, so go to the screenshots of the tweet. But you know,
these prices is motherfucker.
obviously there are people that agree.
That these prices is motherfucker.
So
I mean, you can't pass up $45.
these are
I hate that it make me do that.
huh,
No, it makes it pop it out like a
I mean, imagine
oh,
getting high end jumpsuits
well,
for
That's
dirt
why.
cheap.
these are just
for the
some
For the
of
$40.
the tweets under the person that brought attention to it. Because you know they screenshot and it was like, dude, what the fuck? And they tagged them on Twitter. So you know, obviously there were people that were like commenting under it. Let's see, got distracted as hell trying to find this. Now my card at $400. You said, right, let's be real. I'm gonna just you know what? That's why. Because this one wasn't first.
Yeah, they out of order like that.
Yeah, it was so basically the
Oh, can't see that one.
what was that? Oh, that was a video.
Was that ass?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it
that was the
wasn't.
first one.
It was the first one.
Yeah, so the first chick was basically like, I'm still gonna order from there, but you know, shaking my head. Yeah,
I mean, shit.
It-
Yeah, I mean,
you can.
You gotta respect the honesty.
You can. Not mad at the honesty, but it's the fact that when you look at how they're acting about this, go ahead, you see the next one.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
we not these prices are low. We're not monkeying around.
So I'm house sitting at my brother's
Hey, you
house,
know what?
and
Yo,
he's supposed to be coming.
you
back
not
tomorrow.
you being
He's coming
funny
back
right now, but that's the kind of text message you might get from their ass
I
too.
got
Right.
I gotta get out of here.
Kayla said she got too much shit in her car right now.
Prices so low. We're not monkeying
Keisha
around.
said she got
You know what? Wow.
Yeah. Like, yo.
That's the kind of text message you will get from them.
Dino said we got to do it like girls used to doing songs. They ain't talking about me.
Prices so low.
Said
Who we not
motherfuckers was back in
monkeying
Gucci
around?
by the Oscars. Kiva said, "Damn, I literally just submitted an order to Shein."
We not-
She said, "I just act like I never seen this because I'm gonna order from them later."
I'm thinking something.
Then somebody
really
else
dark
said, "I
right now.
can't see.
Really
I'm
dark.
blind." I guess.
I can't say it, man.
I
Yes,
guess
you
my
can.
No, I
main
can't.
thing.
We're here now.
It's too many people that actually depend on
Price
them.
is lower than the nigga shot. by
Like
the
you gotta
police.
think about it. Their prices
Wow.
are ridiculous. Where you can get like your
Low.
your whole weekend wardrobe for under $60. They're not gonna walk away from that.
Yeah, Kiva said they're saved for later section. OC is fuck. I guess my problem is this. So you got plenty black women in the comments that's like, shit, it is what it is, nigga. I'm still gonna shop there. My cart, I ain't giving it up. You know, whatever.
These prices are bananas.
You know what?
Just go ahead and drop it for yourself. Just go
I
ahead.
hate him.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Nigga done found the joke and won't let it go.
Kiva said, I mean, I could boycott if I wasn't already a frequent shopper, but hell, how long that been there before? I never noticed. No, this was new.
That just happened.
Yeah, this was new, and then they took it down right away. It
I bet
wasn't
you
even up
somebody-
24 hours before somebody, you know.
I think somebody did that. Somebody got fired, and that's what they did as they going out.
No, I guess like my biggest thing is the fact that so many women, because it's black women. You don't see no white women under there because they don't gotta give a fuck. But all of the black women that are under there, like, oh well, I'm still gonna shop and I'm still this and I don't give a fuck about that or whatever. And it's like y'all being so dismissive about the blatant disrespect and racism, bragging about the fact that you finna go place an order right fucking now.
Right,
But
so
I
they-
guarantee you bitches are the exact same ones that be talking about, see, this why I don't shop black.
That's because black people ain't racist enough.
Like, I bet that I would bet one of my long ass titties.
Your prices ain't bananas.
So I would be like, well, see, this exactly why I don't shop or why I don't support black business. Because you feel like, oh, well, they took too long for shipping. Them motherfuckers don't get you your shit in 2-3 fucking business days.
That's because you be monkeying around with the prices. Your shit ain't bananas.
One.
We still going at it.
You're lucky I don't have nothing to shoot at you.
He trying to make it land. You know, like a comedian be out there working on their material,
Right.
and then they go back to the previous joke because they thought it was funny.
Oh God,
That's what he doing. Like, y'all gonna laugh at this
I
joke.
definitely.
Right.
It's,
You gonna
okay.
catch these jokes.
It's okay. I'm not the one laughing. I'm high as shit. Right?
See?
I know it's bad.
Yeah, we definitely need to cut his fucking mic off, Kiva, because he wilding.
Well, you should take it.
Yeah, I don't think I should though. Remember having
This
last
nigga's
time.
terrible.
That's true.
Oh, when you ended up on the couch.
Yeah.
Oh God, keep shooting. Wow, I know. Hey, but see, you niggas laughing at this stuff.
No, they laughing at you, not with you.
Kayla said, I finally got my sizing right with them and they do this shit. On to the next place. But yeah, and that's my thing. And it's like, y'all will really talk about black people don't have customer service skills and got attitudes, but they can call you a monkey in your face and you're like,
Oh God.
and submit payment.
Right.
Like, bro,
And I've never purchased anything from them. Same thing with H&M though when they had the little,
Klarna,
boy.
like,
Right.
Man,
It's a submit payment for me.
it's the Donald Trump.
I
thing.
do act like a nigger sometimes.
Man, right. The self-admit is just like, yeah, I was corny. Yeah, let me play this one.
but you know what? I can't really say that I'm surprised because it's black women. And black women are the same ones that will take lousy ass niggas back but cut their friends up. So can I really be shocked? This nigga can cheat
Where's
Beat.
I needed a Mario
Steal.
coin on that one.
Can we get an oh my?
and do all of this shit.
Oh,
And it's a different type of love.
Whoop his ass.
But
We
you
need
mad
that
at your
on the
friend
board.
and cut her off and be like, bitches ain't loyal because she couldn't make your birthday party.
Wait,
I
what?
mean, that might be a good reason.
She
to
was
cut
in
your-
labor. What do you expect?
That might be a good reason to cut your friend off.
They was in labor one.
Oh, but a nigga beating your ass and cheating on you and getting somebody else pregnant ain't a good reason to cut him off.
Hey, they really do be taking a nigga who gets somebody else pregnant back to back.
I've never
Yeah,
I've never did that. I don't know about that.
Like imagine you sleep and the side chick ring your doorbell. But now you mad at your friend and you don't talk to her no more. Like
I'm not finding the logic in that.
And then they use the excuse that the friend told you to leave the nigga because of the side chick as why the friendship ended.
bruh. See, look, keep it talking about some at me next time, Mimi, because I say that sometimes. See? Like, how y'all gonna be like, bro, I ain't never supported black businesses. This is why I don't fuck with black people. Oh, you monkey. Hey, bro, you got that in a large. What the fuck?
Like, let me get a medium too because I want to try it on. Like, what the
Right.
fuck? Like, no.
Hey,
What's the
man,
return policy again?
As black
There is
people-
none.
That's
Okay.
black people for you.
as black people for you.
Hey, all I know is I'm still waiting on my oatmeal from Coffee Makes You Black from 2013.
Oh,
You
give
know,
that up, bro.
I'm just still waiting.
Hey, good food, shitty service.
They
I
tell me
should have
I'm-
never
tell
been
me
in
I'm
that
trying
motherfucker.
for you.
Ain't that the slogan
No,
for Fuel
it's
Cafe?
slower.
Oh, go slower. You can't
Yeah, you
overindulge.
gotta-
I was finna say, if you just kind of squeeze the bottle, it comes out a little faster.
It come out chunky though.
Ugh.
No, like he'd be like,
It just comes in there.
like
and
it's
squeezes.
splash and shit.
Yeah.
Nobody wants chunky drink.
Yeah.
I need to take them.
Chunky monkey is okay. Wait, can we say that?
You just
You
had
just
to slide
said-
that in
No,
there.
no, because that
It's
called
red.
it's called Chunky Monkey's fucking ice cream.
It's ice cream. It's
I
I know,
that.
but we know why you
You
said
know
it.
why we know why you
Bastard.
said it.
Well, I said it for the other monkey.
What's the game? What kind of ice cream? Oh, Ben and
Yes,
Jerry's.
long titties. I am not ashamed.
Wait, who titties long?
Cause guess what? When they get stuck, he pull one of these. Like he lift them. It's like elevator.
How did we get here?
And you can put them together.
Yep.
How did we get here?
It's easier to suck when I'm on top too, cause they just dangle right in his face.
That's the greatest. That is the greatest.
Hey,
Did
Tom,
nobody
I'm
want no
about to
big
go.
perky titties? Big perky titties, and he gotta strain his neck to suck them while you on top. They appreciate a little dangle.
You'd be like,
Bill scared.
They just hang in his face like Christmas ornaments.
hey, be like a baby bird.
I didn't do this. But you really
Not
was
the
mad.
baby
My bad.
bird.
Joke. Now look where we are, Tom.
I literally asked like 5 times, how did we get here?
Oh man.
How did we get here?
How much of an alcoholic are you that you was able to
Nobody's
spot
supposed
this
to
without
be
the label?
here.
Yes, it is Jose Cuervo strawberry margarita.
Hey, this shit is fire.
It is.
Yeah, while you was talking shit.
And I hit that shit with
A strawberry lime.
Oh,
That's why-
strawberry lime.
that's
That's
the
what
lime.
it is.
I didn't hear you, bro. I didn't know you was trying to get
Hey, it's about to be gone.
That's the only reason why I said something, because it's almost gone. I asked you, could you pour it for me simply because I'm over here working.
Anybody hacked them?
Who you talking about, the backyard? This is how they are when they get together.
No, Kayla said that she said that somebody
They didn't
somebody
get hacked. Somebody got fired, and they did that on their way going out the door.
No, Kiva said she don't do
Gotta
that
keep
part,
them
like
together.
about the cutting the friends off, but keeping the niggas. No, but I'm saying like that is a huge thing,
Keith and her
especially
friends do TikTok all day.
All
especially
day.
with our women. Like you will see
Or
them
conscious.
cut their friends off for the slightest
More of this.
fucking
Strawberry lime.
reason while
That's
taking
good.
shit from a nigga for years. And I mean the worst of the worst from a fucking nigga.
That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to-
All type of disrespect, physical abuse, mental abuse, and everything, and they'll stick through it. One little disagreement for a friend, and bitches ain't real. This why this why I'm by myself, and this why I don't hang with. Fuck
for,
up.
For people that be like, I ain't got no friends, I want y'all to know that's not a flex. You are a weirdo.
That-
That is not a flex.
And I'll
You
tell
are
people
a
like
weirdo.
I don't have as many friends as I used to, because as I grew, I realized I had a lot of associates. You know what I'm saying? But like the people that I do have, like I cherish the fuck out of my people.
It's
That's
quality
kind of
now.
a-
Like,
I think
I
it's a
look-
flex.
No quality over quantity.
To
I
say
think
to
this-
say that
I
you
don't have a
don't.
friend. Yeah.
It's
I think
not a
it's a
good
flex.
flex.
I think it's a flex. If somebody's calling you their friend and you just say you don't have any friends, you obviously are more valuable to them than they are to you. It's kind of a flex.
No, bro, you still a weirdo.
It's
Eh.
a weirdo.
You telling me that you don't like
But-
anybody
I
and
don't
nobody
fuck, I
likes
don't fuck
you?
with none of y'all. I don't
But-
know why I'm here.
But to
What's
what
that song- what's
Tommy
that song
said,
again?
Stay your
Fuck
goofy
you.
ass at home.
but to
No more
what
spit
Tommy
talking
said,
with
I
you.
will say you have to watch people like that, because there were people that I can see, like we have friendships at the moment, but it's like when you have somebody and y'all got a bond, y'all do all this shit, but then you always seeing them talking about how they loners and they this and they this and they don't be with, like, you know what I'm saying, and they're like real dismissive of it. Take that as your cue. I didn't, and I should have. So like now moving forward, when I see that, I'm like, oh, bitch, you want to be by yourself? You could be by yourself. I can show you what it is to not be your fucking friend, since you
Right.
feel like you don't have nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's fun to go outside by yourself.
No, I'm not talking about that though. I'm saying like when you have people that you know have never turned their fucking back on you, have always
Taco
been there
Mans.
whenever you call, and even when you didn't call, just because they knew you that much to know that, damn, I know they need me right now. But then you always talking about how you by yourself, you don't got no friends, and you a loner and shit. And it's like, hey, perfect example. This perfect face. Remember, y'all know I always go back to movies and shit. Remember Straight Outta Compton? When they first told Cube that they was dissing him, he was like, I ain't say shit about. All right. And then he went off. That's me. That's me.
No Vaseline.
That's me.
God damn, y'all set it off.
They
But
said she had to leave them both.
I have a small circle of friends. How about that?
Hey, guess
No, it's
what?
too late now.
I
You already
sit
hurt
with
my
circle of
feelings.
friends every fucking Sunday at 8 p.m.
This is family though, not friends.
Dina says she don't make her she don't make her ski
Fuck
either
you,
though.
Tommy.
See, and this
What?
no, he's talking about like
No.
why chicks cut off friends instead of their niggas. And he's saying basically like, well, it's easier because he has sex with her. And it's like, this is one of those reasons why I tell you bitches that feel like it's weird to masturbate. That's why y'all end up in situations like that, because y'all don't know what
Mhm.
self-pleasure is. So you have to rely on this nigga to pleasure you, to where you have to let him disrespect you and treat you like shit. And you're like, well, damn, I can't let him go because he makes me feel good physically. Look, I will motherfucking, who's that? Jimi Hendrix? All on this motherfucker, okay? I will Prince Computer Blue solo all over my pussy myself.
Don't be computer blue in your pussy, man.
All through it. Kiss my ass. Anybody at my door unannounced is not gonna be a nice exchange. You know, that's one thing that I never had a problem with. Just know that if you ever pop up at my house unannounced, you probably gonna be out there for a while because I don't be having on clothes.
That's why we don't pop up at your house.
But no, but this is the thing.
Dino be there.
Only people, the only people that know where I live are the people that I wouldn't mind if they was like, "Hey, Mimi, what you doing? All right, I'm around the corner. Open the door." Them the only people I know where I live at anyway.
Right.
So
Same.
I think that's probably why I'm different and don't really care about people popping up on me, because motherfuckers don't be knowing where I live at unless I really, really fuck with you like that. And if I really fuck with you like that and you in the neighborhood, shit, stop through.
Yep.
Now I don't be doing shit.
She really don't. That's why we used to record at her house, because she wasn't doing shit.
And there was chicken.
You know what?
I mean, technically chicken.
What the fuck Tommy going to small claims for? What you do?
Bro, what you do?
Oh, for my my oatmeal from
You gotta announce it. You can't just talk about small claims court. Have y'all ever watched
Dun, dun,
small
dun.
claims court?
Right.
Tom trying to make sure you ain't getting him some.
right. Tommy ordered
Actually
oatmeal.
gonna be the- probably the other
Do,
way
do,
around.
do.
Ain't nobody
Claims.
hating on Fresh. He's ignorant.
That's-
More
that's
ignorant.
stupid.
Oh, my bad joke about the monkey.
Dog is terrible, man.
Who's more terrible? Them people that still gonna shop Shein or my bad monkey joke?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little bit A, a little bit of B.
Okay.
Whole lot of C.
Well, they some C.
Yes, he wears a headband with his dreads every week.
He doesn't like his, he doesn't like
Who?
hair in his eye.
They don't reach his fucking eyes.
Trying to give him an excuse. That's what friends
Yo,
do.
stop hating.
Oh, hey, Kiva replied to him. She said, "Big baby, you're baddie now." You see that?
That's your headache from now. You know that's yours now, right?
Kiva.
That's yours.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
I miss Kiva.
Man, wait till I get my hair.
Ooh.
done.
Oh, in
You
Kiva
know
case,
what?
she said she
They be
says
good
that
for
she
radio
doesn't
now.
make friends well.
They would
So
be.
you know, if you got in, but she's a loner and can go and do places alone and not feel away. No, I get
Say you
that.
got lace front headband.
I do that myself. Like,
Start laughing at.
I'm not a person where I have to have people with me in order to go places. I go out to eat so much by my fucking self, like, especially without my kids, like mainly without my fucking kids, because I just be wanting to get away from everybody. I go to the bars
Hey, my kids
by
actually been
myself.
cool lately.
because I usually, I might do that shit tomorrow because it's wing night. But I like to go places
That's funny as
and
fuck.
hang out by myself. But I do
Take your dread-
recognize
take
that
your
while I
dreads
don't
off.
have a lot of friends anymore,
Right.
I do got a couple. You know what I'm
I got a
saying?
hat
And the
on.
friends that I do have, I definitely appreciate them.
Definitely
Like,
go home,
they
take the
dope.
whole headband off. I got a ball fade under here. That's crazy.
Like
you got it
women-
off Amazon, bro?
Oh God, yeah. Same day, every week is a fresh.
Not same day shipping.
It's a fresh wig every
Hey,
week.
hanging out with my kids actually been cool. Friday we took a mental health day and we went to Outback, and they paid for their own food.
You said what?
Me and the girls went to Outback and they paid for their own food.
What kind of allowance do you give your kids? If they
Right.
can afford
Here's the
Outback?
crazy part: the allowance don't come from me. It be from their grandparents.
Yeah, kids.
They
Oh,
just
yeah.
be dropping money in they green light cars.
Oh yeah, now they know not to like come up to my door and like ring the doorbell. They'll sit in the car and they'll call me and be like, "Hey, you in the crib? You know whatever, you good?" and I'd be like, "Give me a minute," because
You ain't got no pants on.
yep. Even when y'all used to, I'd be like, and I think they knew automatically. I was like, "Bro,
What is that? It's some show that came on ABC that the father would come home and he'd take his pants off right when he came in the house. Some sitcom. It was based on this dude's real life situation. Man. Apparently his father got off work and come on and take his pants
you're
off.
always welcome to."
Man, y'all watch Beef yet?
I started it.
Man, I think that's
It's
what,
just funny because it all
I've
started over bad driving from two Asians.
y'all fuck with Ali Wong.
She funny as hell too.
I heard, yeah.
She funny as shit.
You got to watch her both her stand-ups because she's pregnant on both of them, and she
Yes.
pissed as fuck on the second one. She pregnant.
See, and I saw Beef, but I instantly thought of like, remember them hood videos? They used to have the hood DVDs and shit, the
Mhm.
Beef videos.
1 through 4.
This-
That's how you knew what rap
Definitely.
beef was going on.
Right.
This is not about rap beef, cuz
That's how you learned about rap beef.
comedy.
I'm just saying, like that was funny.
That's the first thing that came.
Right.
Rap
I'm
beef.
like, really?
Rap beef, nigga.
Yeah. Shout out to Montre sipping the tea with Monty because from now, like because of him, I be calling Dick a beef bullet.
All right, Tommy, you know how to go ahead and work these things. When you done, go ahead and hit the button to turn the radio station off. I'm out of here. Make sure y'all listen to Tone Deaf
You
Radio.
know, blind spiders popped up. When I finished one show, and then you know how it automatically tries to like turn into the
Are you
next.
talking about blind spotters or blind spotting? Because there's a show on Stars called Blind Spotting.
Okay, maybe it's different then because I'm talking about blind spotting that pops up
The
because
little light skinned chick with the husband in jail.
well, I don't know. It just pops up after power goes off.
Yeah, that's blind spotting.
That's how I knew because you said stars.
Yeah. It's funny as hell.
She didn't have on pants one day in the preview, I think.
Yep. The mom at the crib chilling with no pants on.
Yep. And because I was gonna watch it because of that, I'm like, hey, this should look funny, but then
It
I
is
never got
funny.
into it.
This second season started off rough, but it's
Oh yeah, she's talking about the same one. She said because it came on after she was watching Power.
Yep.
Thank you. You said out of all the shit I do, that's the final straw for you, Tone.
What about me leaving?
Yes.
You have not paid attention to me leaving like several times already.
Yeah.
Nigga, it's part of the routine now. It's in the script.
Calling a dick a beef bullet is crazy.
But it's I'm like, damn. I can't stop calling it a beef bullet now.
How many times have you told that light skinned bastard bring your beef bullet here?
Pause.
Hey, that's a
man.
new one. I might have to use that one.
You are wild.
What was AB said the meat giver outer,
Yeah.
calling the niggas the meat giver outer.
Right. Tone fake quit every show.
I
That's
think
his
I'm
line.
gonna call myself
That's
the meat provider.
Butcher.
The meat
Part of the
provider.
routine.
Yeah, the butcher.
The beef,
I guess.
the butcher.
Butcher. That's a whole
Butcher.
different meaning now.
It does.
Sau- sausage slanger.
So
Yeah.
if two homosexual men get together, are they
No,
called the butcher?
that
and
we
the
not
blade?
doing.
They call it the butch eye.
The butcher and the blade.
Tone, Tone.
See, mine's a better one.
It was not.
Mine's is better.
Fuck outta here, bro.
Mine's
That
was
shit
better.
equally as
You
ass,
want to know why
man.
mine's is better? Because who didn't get it right now? About 10, 20 minutes later, when they mind their business, they going to get it.
Oh, here,
They
Tone,
will
because I don't
not.
think I sent you the.
You never sent me the tweet.
All right, here you go.
Hey, everybody, you're getting responses.
See? See one? They coming.
Pause,
Too far,
bro.
Tone.
Too far.
Tone got to relax. Hey,
That
no.
speaks for itself.
I just sent it. It ding don't mind. So, I'm going to start something new.
Selling drugs in the community.
I've been doing that.
You
My
are
mama
slanging
my
that-
mama on pain management, nigga. I'm just playing.
No, you're not.
I am.
I need a hit.
No.
Look, what about the books?
We
Right.
not- you know
We
what?
lost.
It was not
Yeah.
their fault. We lost Giannis in like the first 2 minutes.
It wasn't good.
So it was a
Start.
struggle.
They was
Bro,
hot.
like, y'all let fucking Jamie Foxx bust y'all up.
Oh, you know, speaking of Jamie Foxx,
Is he okay?
Yeah, I think
um,
he's doing better.
yeah, prayers up to him. It looks like he was set to have a stroke. That he's recovering from.
Mhm.
And you know, in all of this time, like in all of these years of Jamie Foxx's career, I don't think I've
I
ever
had to
heard
be
of
the
him
cap-
being involved in any type of scandal whatsoever.
Well, he did marry Tom Cruise's wife, right?
No, they didn't get
but,
married. They were dating for a while.
yeah,
They were
but
about to
she
get
was
married.
going.
Y'all think Jamie Foxx gay?
Whoa.
So I've actually heard some things about that.
Yeah,
From
like
when he
After-
was
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking
After
about
the
like
Prince story?
problematic shit.
I
Him
don't
sucking
think
a
that.
little wee wee. I suck wee wee.
Like,
Not
okay,
the same.
Hey, you can't even talk about let me suck your wee wee.
Not the same.
I say
Hey,
no.
like you ever, now maybe it's just me because, well, maybe Serena goes to just smoke a lot of weed.
Oh
So
Lord.
you ever,
Dino
just,
said not to be that guy, but I feel like it was dirty coke.
you ever just like put two and two together, like when shit start like adding up? Like, remember when Tank was just doing these radio interviews talking about like all this gay? He was talking about all these things that he likes to do.
These
With,
Kiva said
Activities.
she think he bisexual.
right.
Ding 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 ding.
But and then it was like, and then I watched him.
That ain't a scandal though.
I'm not talking about scandals. I'm just asking if niggas think Jamie Foxx is gay.
No, he's bisexual.
And then like I
So-
think him
it's
and
okay
Tank
to
be
be bi.
fucking
Whoa.
He's bisexual.
because all of the things that Tank was out here saying. Then I watched these two niggas do a podcast, and it's one thing to like be friendly with your dog, but these niggas were a little too friendly. It was the I'm gonna
it's
see
some-
you later friendly type shit.
You think some
Yeah,
little footsies going on the
Yeah,
table?
you know.
I mean, it is Hollywood, so who knows?
I just think when Tank be describing all these gay encounters he had, I believe they were with Jamie Foxx. I'm one man with an opinion. You
Or
don't gotta
did he?
believe. You
That's some wild shit. Cause like if they harmonize into each other,
while they
Look.
fucking.
that's nuts.
Can I go home now?
I had a nigga singing to me during sex before.
Dog.
That shit. He was singing Lord, lay your head on my pillow.
Yo,
Mhm.
But we was at my house, so it was my pillow.
Tank whispering in Jamie Foxx's ear talk about when we.
You
is
said
crazy.
that to him too. See, he was probably trying to be funny in the moment, and you just destroy his humor
All
by
right.
telling him, but this is my house.
All right.
Oh Lord, Dino said all them Hollywood niggas are ambidextrous.
Yeah.
Hey, gotta be, fam.
Wait, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
He would say gay.
Ambidextrous.
Like I got nothing against gay people. I just like
That means you fuck with your left dick and right dick at the same time.
these two niggas are a little friendly.
Mhm. Let him be, you know.
That's
They're-
cool. You know?
Right.
Yeah, but I mean that's
I mean, he was getting a nigga job. Like that's gotta be his bae. Took him on the
Mhm.
road. Background. He let Tank be his background singer.
Dino said harmonizing while having the sex of the gay variety is crazy.
Duh. He be,
Not the
he be
variety.
blowing his back out singing to him as well.
Please don't go.
I feel like it'll be like remember when Jamie Foxx and that chick was going back and forth for the little jingle off?
Mhm.
Imagine
Just
Oh,
Jamie,
about
yeah.
the rice.
Yeah,
Jamie Foxx singing Unpredictable.
Oh. Can you imagine the
get
high notes when he first put in his
We
butt?
about to do something you never done before.
Who ain't done it
Baby,
before?
not the usual. Telling the nigga that this is not the usual is crazy.
You're gonna get unpredictable.
It was gonna listen to some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross. Let her
See,
need
hey,
it.
there you go.
This nigga
I
really
just
said
want
he
y'all to know
getting
y'all just
Tank
ruined
Luther
that song.
Vandross.
Say what it be.
What?
What'd you say?
I said, dude said Jamie Foxx getting Tank Luther Vandross.
Going crazy.
Y'all are terrible people.
This is why y'all have to come on Sunday nights
This- this
when
is-
most
this-
people are gone to bed.
Luther Vandross. That's gay porn for real.
Bruh,
That
okay.
definitely is a game for
So
a game
if
forward star.
This is for like people that watch Power. So Kiva said, so I've been trying to understand how come on Power when Drew be getting cracked, how come he always on the bottom? He gives bottom energy though. My thing is, how come Drew is the only one getting some ass on this show?
No, Tyreek be getting ass.
We don't know that though.
He's definitely fucking effing.
No. What I mean is,
We don't see it happening. No, what's the white boy name? He was getting some ass. Cause they say he looked like raw chicken
Pie
cutlets.
about to go to another level. Wait till the mushrooms. What episode is this?
Nigga, I stopped counting a while ago.
Because we was
200.
Right. So
I
you
like to
supposed
try
to be
some
keeping
mushrooms.
track.
You scared to
Yeah.
try the mushrooms?
What's that position is called? Because where they wings at? Look,
Not where are they wangs at?
No.
You just got to mix it with something.
I would prefer to.
I'm going all.
We ain't near 200 yet. I tell you that much.
You close.
We are near
We're
200.
I counted.
No.
It was like you were like when I told you it was like 180.
Are we? No.
We were definitely close.
95, 96, 97. Oh shit, we at 198. Damn.
Let me see.
Told you.
I
All right,
thought
so we
we
doing
was in the
shrooms for 200.
45s. 2 weeks? What you telling me? 2 weeks?
Wait, what day is that?
I'll be hired by then. And I got to worry about no drug testing, so I'm good. I don't think they test for shrooms anyway,
They
according
need
to
to
everybody
stop
else.
drug testing on these jobs, though. Real talk.
I don't think you're gonna get drug tested.
I don't either.
I don't think you would.
Because usually whenever I get hired, they were like, they give you your drug test information before you even accept the offer.
Yep.
If
So-
yeah, that way they can disqualify you because
Yep.
of your drugs.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I thought that working where I worked, I would be all kind of tested.
Look,
Yeah.
fam.
I believe it.
Stop testing for weed.
If you don't,
They don't test me
some
for that.
places don't. Some places they actually
Yeah.
recommend you do it because you need a de-stressor.
Yep.
They
That needs
be
to.
making jokes about it at work. I'm like, I ain't jumping in y'all jokes. You ain't catching me saying shit.
Right.
They white, ain't they?
You're correct.
Like glory hole.
Yes.
Oh my.
And definitely have tons of dick jokes.
I am so interested in seeing like glory holes up close. Like, I really want to like.
You want to do one? Your nasty ass?
Okay, so here's the thing.
See?
Mhm.
You a freak
open-
league for real.
Some
open the
niggas,
door.
some niggas are very, some niggas are very unfortunate looking, right? I don't want to call them ugly. Some niggas are just very unfortunate
I
looking.
see where you
Facially,
go. I
facially
see where
challenged.
you're going with this, but I got something to follow up on that. That's funny as hell.
You know,
Facially challenged.
their facial features
Hey,
were not
it's telling the truth.
ideally
I've seen
placed, right? Okay,
Oh,
but
He's
they
consistent.
got a nice slab on them.
You
But
just
I-
refer to dick as a slab?
Nigga, this
Hey,
is not a rack
if
of
it just
ribs.
That's what it says. What it does. Mimi, when it come out like this,
That nigga said he got a nice slab.
just like this. Like,
You know,
oh my.
Folks a rack of baby backs, my
Yeah.
God.
Well, my baby back, baby
You know,
back, baby back, baby
Baby back shots, whatever.
There you
But
go.
you know, he got a nice slab on him. But I can't get aroused by it because I've already seen his face.
Mm.
So it's like, you know, you got this big, just
Big
this
schlong for
big
no
dick
reason.
being held by a nigga. It's like,
Schlong?
ugh.
What the fuck is this?
So now it's like I can't, cause it's just like, niggas
Right.
sitting there just,
So,
You might as well
Exactly.
call it cock and
just
ball.
thinking shit. You like,
Yeah.
yo.
okay, so
So you know,
So the
But-
glory hole would be a benefit for you.
right? Because
Right.
then it's like he's behind this wall, and then you just have this big, beautiful dick out that I'm not biased against because I haven't seen his face.
Mhm.
So then it's like, man, you know.
don't be rubbing
As
my
long
money.
as you
But
don't
if I
never
see his
see
face
it.
first, I'm gonna be like,
Ew.
All
Yeah,
right,
nigga, you
so,
smell like French fries.
so
Dino
Smell like
said, so the
ketchup.
nigga that Shein monkey.
all
Yes.
right, so
Yes.
So scrolling through Facebook today while trying to get shows together, it was dropped on somebody's timeline that they have made Milwaukee-based pages again. So there's Milwaukee Bad BBLs.
Tion not in the group, but he made a big backs page.
Yeah, there's like Big Back Page, Milwaukee Bad
He used it in the
BBLs,
comments.
Milwaukee Little Dicks, Milwaukee Stanky Pussy. Like for some odd reason, there's
Milwaukee big backs.
yes, there is like 5 or
Wow.
6 random ass pages where they just talking about people.
How do
So
you
appar-
get on the page big back?
How
How
do
do you make the cut?
somebody just
They
they
trying
send
to
you?
unbig they
Dog,
back.
I don't know what it is, but I guess chicks or niggas are sending them photos of this bitch is this and this, and they got photos and they just go to town ribbing them.
Can I draw a big back bitch real quick and you put her on the screen?
Because
Where you
your
gonna draw
skills
it?
are unfortunately so immaculate. Go ahead.
Mhm.
You do it on your phone.
Y'all continue.
Imagine just like being a heavier sized person in life.
Mhm.
Now you minding your business, but you're on the heavier side.
Mhm.
It was the mind in the business part.
Hey,
Right.
And you take
A big person minding their business is funny.
Why is a big
why
person
is that
minding
nigga minding
their- like why?
They're just sitting there. They're just sitting there sitting there eating their chicken, minding their business.
Like,
you
why
know.
is that? Like,
Because I automatically pictured them minding their business was eating something somewhere.
Right, exactly.
so are
I
we
definitely
treating
had
them like
some food.
Nat Geo? Like right over here, we
I'm thinking
have.
about that chick, that big ass pan of lasagna that she took back to her room. She just walked
Hey,
back there with a
low-key,
big ass pan of lasagna.
Because usually
Just
when
Fresh
mind them.
out the oven, she ain't let the motherfucker set or nothing.
She shit that shit up here. She was
Like
like,
them noodles finna be sliding all over the place. Let that bitch
she
set.
was about to get in the bed with a pan of fucking noodle, a pan of lasagna.
How do you
she
get
ain't wrong?
into
Because
this?
usually when I'm minding my business, I'm probably eating.
Minding your business.
But I'm
Money-
just saying, you wake up to a bunch of notifications and they got you in this big backpack. Like, damn,
Well, I
G,
mean, I gotta know
like,
what kind of big bag.
not
it is.
everybody know my back big, fam. Like,
That's why I need
Like
to know
outside of
first.
my friends, this bitch like the 556 people that knew me already. That was cool, but now, bitch, it's like 10K motherfuckers in here.
But
Right.
it's funny because lately they've been making these posts that you can't unbig your back.
Right.
And I'm like, how did we get here?
I hate people with big backs that wear like little shirts.
And those
Like
are the
I
ones
saw
who
a
got
chick
big
in the
fronts,
grocery
too.
store today, and I was like, yo, her back was big, and she looked like Bowser. Like her back was big, her arms was little. She had very small titties.
You know what?
She was built really fucking
A
wrong.
big back and small titty.
Yeah, bro.
That's,
These
a
That'd
rough,
be the
that's a
killer.
rough situation.
they really be built like penguins.
Wow.
As soon as somebody say y'all fat bitches built like penguins, we the bad guys.
You are, because you wouldn't.
And
supposed
it's
to say it out
crazy
loud.
because when you see them from the back, like the back of their head always sit on that hump of meat
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
there.
And it's,
Because it ain't just a regular big back. It's a hunk of meat, like right here at the top. Like they got a fucking
See,
one
my
of them
friends is the
fucking
reason
airplane
why I be
pillows in
wanting
their
to-
shirt.
It was like a linebacker from the 80s.
Right.
Look like Steve Urlacher.
You know them, you know
And
them,
they-
you know them
and
little
they
old
booty
blonde
sucking.
decorative pillows and shit. That be it. Women put it like right in the front on their bedroom set,
yes.
Yep, that's
right across the
there.
back.
And their booties be sucked in.
Ooh,
Yeah.
no, it's like that tube of ground beef that people get at Audie's.
Yeah.
Like they just stapled that motherfucker right across the back, and it's just there. And then they go in.
I
see,
feel like
that's
we
why I got-
I feel like we shaming people at this.
I was
Got
like,
the
wasn't
little
they
slip.
just minding their business a minute
Yeah.
ago?
But I'm saying, just you waking up to niggas like
You? You waking up to niggas like you right now for no reason.
I would not be talking about anybody's back.
Juan, you just literally sat here for 5 minutes talking about
But
somebody.
this was a hypothetical person. I don't know whose back is this big, except for that white lady I saw at the grocery store.
All white women backs are big.
Gee, her back was big.
When they
her,
big, they all big. It's no in between with them.
her back was big. Her butt was like
Non-existent.
sucked in.
Yeah,
Like,
that's usually how it
imagine drawing a heart and then taking a bottom and shoving your thumb in that moment. Like
is.
that,
You disgusting.
like,
Ew.
I mean, just not in the ass, but like to damage
Mm-hmm.
the picture of the heart. Like that's what it looked like. This shit was crazy. It looked like a bad cut beef tenderloin. Like he's just.
Not a bad cut beef tenderloin.
Have you ever see the tenderloin steak that look like the filet mignon? That's
I was about to say, you definitely working like
Right.
Tenderloin. Ain't nobody taking
a badly cut tenderloin.
At that.
You know what?
Oh, goodness.
all my steak lovers knew what I was talking about.
Hey, because as soon as one of them bitches pissed me off in the comments, and I'm like, you chuck roast back, bitch.
Duh, like yo, and it's really bitches that be built like the meat that I put on the shit.
I'm like, relax, Black Angus.
Like shop, lamb chop.
Right.
Why does chuck roast sound fatter than any other roast?
Hey, low key though, Chuck roast got plenty fat in it. Plenty fat.
Charles roast.
Oh man.
That shit crazy. Bitches be built like top sirloin. That's absolutely insane. And they always be with a black dude.
Right. But
And
it's the one that we don't want. So it's
I'll be
okay.
like, fam, you couldn't find no one else.
Hey,
we didn't want him.
and the black dude is
You couldn't find nobody else to come up.
you see him in the
We
car.
didn't want him.
She be driving and he be in the passenger seat like this.
Keep it
Yeah,
talking about,
all
I'm
the
just
way
praying
in
my
there.
picture not in these groups because my back a tad bigger than it ever been.
good though.
Hey, look,
It works for you.
Hey, I be watching Kiva shake ass on TikTok. I want.
I was gonna say you not
You know,
proportion weird.
right.
They be like, that's why I was in the middle trying to draw it, but I got distracted because Juan sucked.
Mhm.
No,
What
like,
did I do?
Cracking jokes while she's trying to do some work.
because it's like, okay, so this is the wideness of the back, right?
Hey, bitches be built like.
But then
minions.
it's like
Yeah,
it
but then
narrows
there's a
out, and then the
leg.
legs do this shit,
Mhm. And that's actually both the legs. That's
They
not one
built like
leg.
ice cream cones.
and it be like,
Despicable Me dude.
Yes.
Built
Gru?
like pop rockers.
They built
no,
like
they definitely got that cops double scoop action.
oh gee, bitches be built like soft serve. do you disagree, Tommy?
Hey, speaking of McFlurry, that strawberry shortcake joint, I fucks with it. I done had a couple.
Hey, I wonder. You think they got that on the DoorDash app?
They don't.
They don't.
Ain't that a dick?
They don't even got it on a regular McDonald's app. I was pissed because I was trying to use my my code for it. I had to actually go and ask for it through the
I
speaker.
want to go to. I want to start going to like McDonald's and Wendy's and start ordering these fast food items that ain't on the list.
And coolers are back at Culver's.
That's where I was.
Yo, them motherfuckers fire.
Absolutely. I can't get the strawberry and mango anymore. That sucks. I can only do the strawberry,
the lemon joint. Was
but the every April, I can't wait. Culver's brings their fruit coolers back, and then they stay throughout the summer. I said they always bring them back in April because it prepares us for tourist season.
But when do the peach shakes come to Chick-fil-A? That's all I want to know.
Probably not until like June.
They bake too late. It's way too late.
I think it's like June because they just came out with the watermelon mint lemonade.
I saw that.
See, and I'm not a fan of watermelon flavored stuff because I love the actual watermelon fruit, and nothing ever tastes like fucking. It never tastes like watermelon to me. It's like
Yeah, artificial water. Doesn't taste like
it's a
watermelon.
completely different thing.
I prefer artificial than
Um,
watermelon.
But I don't,
To be
and I
honest.
don't like mint. So that's why I was actually surprised because I had that the simply the little mixers that they have now, Simply Mixology or whatever.
You don't
They're
like mojitos?
because I don't like mint.
I don't like men like that in my dream.
But that
I like mojitos. Though.
it was good.
You look like you like
It was
mojitos.
absolutely
I
good.
definitely do. Moscow mules,
That's fancy.
ginger beer and vodka.
Dino said,
Good
"My
wine.
question is, how the fuck their legs be that thin and they carrying around all that weight?"
Gee, that's a torn ACL.
That's a quad.
That's what I don't get.
Mhm.
And they be pulling all the black men.
Peach shakes said tricky
Once
chicky
again, it's
already.
the ones we don't
Oh, Dino
want.
said they there already.
How you know
Oh, really?
you don't want 'em?
I don't
He said
know.
tricky
I haven't
chicken.
been. But you know,
How you know you don't
that's
want
my
'em?
shit.
I don't.
Yeah.
What you mean you don't want him? You don't even know if you're interested in this guy. You never had a conversation with him.
It's just a look.
So
Fat white women be buying their men like 6 rings of Mexican Jordans. I can't fuck with that. Not at all. I don't like that. I mean, if you're gonna date a fat, ugly white woman, at least make that bitch buy you some retros.
What are Mexican Jordans, please?
so I took a gamble at Potawatomi, right? It was $100. It was $100 gamble. I lost, but I'm okay with it because I was up so much that it wasn't my money. It was Pato's money. I only took a chance because I know how desperate gamblers get. And I was like, in the off chance that this is legit, I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna give it to him. If it's not, then I'm not mad about it because again,
It's not your
this is money that I won. And even with me giving him that, I was still up hundreds of dollars. So it was cool. But I was at Pato, and there was this foreign guy that came up. He was from Dubai and shit. Now I had seen him over there at the tables and shit when I walked in.
Tried to make you a princess.
Go to the slots. To go to the slots, I had walked
You
past. So I
in the
saw him when he was over
pink
there
eye.
gambling, and
Pink eye,
he came in,
hate
and
you.
I was over there, you know,
come show
hitting my
me some
buttons and
love.
shit.
Pink
And like
eye.
I said, I was up. I was doing good. I didn't want to get off my fucking machine, so I'm going.
You win the money,
And-
pink eye.
Here, take
I didn't even have on my pink hair that day. I had on my short red curly one.
Pink eye.
But-
double.
He
Wow.
comes up
This is
and you know,
Very.
like he introduced
I'm
himself, and he
What was
you
his
can
name?
tell he is like Bro, don't ask me to pronounce that shit. I'm just gonna call him Abu Dhabi.
Abu.
Abu Dhabi, that's cold. Big hair. I think you do Abu Dhabi. You going to meet my family?
What's dude
Sure.
from The Simpsons? Like, don't try to steal anything. I have ice in the back of my head.
Let me buy you a Rolex. I shoot out pink hair.
And so he comes up and like he's drunk as fuck. And I'm like, I saw the nigga gambling on the tables when I first walked in. He's fucking lit. And he's talking to me and it's like,
That's even funnier when he's drunk.
hey,
Drunk.
yeah. And and he talking about Allah or whatever,
Oh, he hit you with some spiritual shit?
Yeah.
You praise Allah,
No,
pink hair.
No, but he's telling me, he's like,
Talk to my God, pink hair.
but he's telling me how he lost 10K on the tables, right? And because I'm in Pato so much, I know that is not far fetched.
Right.
Because niggas that play the tables will lose way more money than us on the slot. Like they will literally lose tens of thousands of dollars playing blackjack, roulette, and craps.
And he blow that shit off like, 10K, that's
like-
nothing, pink hair.
Yeah,
Shut up.
I keep telling you I didn't have my pink wig on, bitch. I was low key that day. Because it was a Friday night. Like if I'm in there on a weekend, I like to kind of go undetected. So I'll switch my other wig on, or I just have on my hat. But yeah, so he was talking about like the money and stuff that he lost, and he was pulling up his bank stuff and was like, I can't get any more money out of the ATM. I'm like, well, shit, it's probably for your own good. Probably for your own good. I'm like, he's like, I just, I really, really, I don't want to gamble no more. I lost 10K. I
Get
don't
me
want
out
to
of
gamble.
here,
I
pink
really
hair.
need something to drink.
Do you want to go back to my
Shut the
room?
fuck
pink
up.
hair?
So he's asking. I hate this nigga so much, dog. This is why I can never do my stories, y'all. Because Juan is immature. Juan is always fucking up when I'm trying to tell y'all something. So when y'all be like, dang, why the pod so long? It's because I can't get through my shit.
Oh my God.
I have no more money, pink hair. Want to suck my PB?
I cannot pay for your time and affection, pink hair. I need the freebie.
I cannot pay for your time.
Say something else and I'm going to shoot this fucking remote at your glasses.
Oh my God. I got real life tears. Oh my God.
I cannot pay for your time.
I quit. I'm done.
You and me both, Kayla. You and me fucking. Kayla said, no, I hate this show.
Oh my God.
Nigga, I'm not either at this point.
That was like the emoji from the iPhone. Like,
Right.
I can't pay for your time.
I can't even blame Rabby this week.
Oh my God. My stomach is hurting so bad for laughing, y'all. Y'all some
Bruh. Dino said margaritas activated. Clearly, nigga.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, man. I want you to get through your story because I'm pretty sure I got more. So, come on. You gotta
He said
get
I'm
to-
ready.
You gotta get through it.
Turn one mic off. Mute dog. No, okay.
Every time I use the emoji,
Right.
My narration.
I told you I didn't have my pink wig on.
She had on red.
We can't send him home because he don't fucking drive. Send him to the car. Oh my God.
Right.
She asked for this. I've been trying to do this episode. She said I was comic relief. That's some funny shit for your ass.
So anyway, so Apu sits down. And
Not a poo.
he, so he telling like about the money he lost and shit. And he's like, he just really wants to get drinks from the bar. Like he don't want to, gamble. So he got Rolex on and like a bunch of jewelry and shit. And he like, how, a motherfucker ain't from here. Like, we know it's Miami. What?
Florida.
No.
Florida.
Florida. He doesn't pronounce it Florida. He's like,
You pronounce it Flow Rider?
no,
Florida.
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 It's Florida.
I don't know. Do you know how to drive?
He just can't pass the test. He can't look over his shoulders.
And that is the episode. 'Cause, woo,
I hate y'all. How can I?
The funny thing is that we're not being funny.
Yeah,
That's
dead ass.
literally why he's
That's
been
dead
laughing.
ass. That's no cap. No kissing.
That's what making it
Yeah, I know.
Like, you know how many times I'm taking this motherfucking test?
It is literally the only reason why he don't pass.
Nah, I remember one time I took that motherfucker. I must have been. Duh. Like, do you know what it's like to do everything right and the motherfucker on the side of you not saying nothing? They ain't frowning up. I'm in. Like, bro, I was in that bitch killing it.
Hey, Kayla trying to send us home. She said, thanks for tuning in to Hoecially Awkward episode replay on Tuesdays at 10. Until next time, we gotta go.
Like, bro, I was out there killing that shit. Like I practiced parallel parking like one time. I was like, I hope they don't ask me to do that shit. Bitch was like, I need you parallel park. Whip that motherfucker. Like, I did everything right, and then imagine you get in there, you thinking you finna pass some shit, and the motherfucker's like, nah, bro, we ain't safe out here. You ain't checking your blind spots properly. I'm like, bitch, we made it back. Like,
Sound like you need to unbig your back, bro.
I'll do something.
Dog, the fact that is why is not as funny as when Tone said why.
Because he was dead ass too. Like, he wasn't even smiling. He wasn't even funny at that point.
You not the nigga who gotta pick you up all the time, and I get highly upset that that's the only reason why you ain't got your L, because you can't look over the seat like, put your arm back here, look, ain't nobody there, let's go.
Actually, can't put your arm
I
out.
think you
Can't
probably
no more?
you probably just not taking your test in a big enough vehicle that gives
That's
you the room to
definitely
do
probably
that.
what it is.
You probably just too fucking restricted and
Bro,
shit.
I was in a
You
big-
like one of them big hamsters
I
in a
was in a
kid's
big
soul.
ass Impala.
That's not the same, bro.
You need to
You
escalate,
need some shit
my
that
nigga.
scoots all the way back. Yeah.
You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with or you can get with that. Get with this, or you can get with that.
The green one.
You can get with this.
Kayla like, Tone never laughed.
He didn't. He
No,
said,
he didn't.
don't say.
So with a straight face.
Yeah,
Straight
he
face.
can't.
I'm gonna get through my
Look over his
story,
shoulder.
y'all. I promise.
Right, like I see.
Can I tell y'all how I got scammed in the casino? I'm saying. So
Oh, he was a scammer.
he was a scammer.
You should have known all that fucking costumes and everything.
No, but like I said, it's like
Folex diamonds.
in
Oh my goodness.
the event that he was really, really that fucking desperate. It's like it's gonna be a win or lose. Because either way it go, I was probably gonna put that $100 back in the machine.
Oh, you gave him $100?
And it was the same thing. It's $100.
You sound nice.
So
Thank you, pink hair.
I think the only reason you pissing me off is because I told you my hair wasn't pink that night.
Mm-hmm.
What color
It
was
was
it?
red.
It's red.
I had on my little red with
The fact you sound like
Oh, you white out red hole.
it.
Red hat. Come give me money. Show your boy some love. What you drinking?
You said not checking your blind spots but wearing glasses is wild.
Why is that wild?
Oh God. I cannot.
I
Why,
didn't check.
why is saying anything is wild
I
at the end
couldn't
is
see.
funny shit or it's crazy.
My
and
blind
it's-
spot.
It's funny because
Give me money.
I know how difficult because I hate if I got like a crick in my neck and I have to drive
Yeah.
and I know how that stiff shit is. So I can only imagine, bro. Like I get it. It's just funny because mine goes away and you just be like, bro, I can't do this. I really do think that it's just the vehicle that you're driving. Maybe you gotta take your shit in the van.
Mhm.
Something that the seat actually scoots because an Impala is considered big nigga friendly, but you not you taller than Monte and you a little bit bigger than him. Like Monte was different, but I think you need an actual truck or just something that lets the seat go all the way back.
Mhm.
Cause the F-150 seat, them motherfuckers go all the way back and all the way front, all the way to the front. I ain't never seen no shit give you that much room in the back seat because they scoot up that fucking far. So yeah, I think that's all it is. I think once you find a vehicle that gives you the room to be able to push back and be comfortable enough where you can just because it ain't like you turning your whole fucking body around.
Right,
You just
so, yeah.
look at me, Juan. Don't move your body. Look over your shoulder.
Yeah, he could do it.
Yeah.
That's the same shit I did in
But
my
you know, in
car.
driver's exams, they want you to over exaggerate it though, to guarantee you look. So they want you to.
I felt like that bitch wanted me to fully turn around and
Yeah.
take my eyes off the fucking road in front of me.
Yep, that's basically what they want.
You
to
should
do.
be more
Because you
worried
are
about what-
supposed to take it off the road in front of you. You're supposed to be looking over here.
I saw back there to know there wasn't nothing coming for me to merge into this lane, which is what the fuck you asked me to do.
All right. Well, tell you what. How about
Shit.
you kind of fake it a little bit? All right. You a big guy. So you turn your head, just kind of fake lift your shoulder a little bit and make it give the illusion like you turn.
Just look over your shoulder,
I'm gonna
honey.
be so mad if I go back and take my test and that's what it was. Throw your arm up, make it
Right.
looking back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do a
look,
little
all right,
shoulder.
because look,
Perfect score, my guy. You
Right.
got it.
because
Shimmy
look,
on over.
because look, my body position is staying the same, right? And I'm looking, but then it's like, see, I look like I turned further, but I didn't,
Say, oh, he
just
put,
because I look.
say he put some effort in.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and do that shoulder shimmy.
Why I had to put this to
Shoulder shimmy it out.
So back to this nigga swindling you out of some money.
Because he definitely did. But yeah. So, and I'm sitting here and I'm playing, and it took him a minute, like a long time, because I'm like, bro, I'm hot right now, and I'm like, I don't know shit about jewelry. I don't even know if that's real, bro. Like,
I feel like he was dressed like Ali G.
You know who Ali G is?
Oh, did he be having like a hat on or like a do rag or something?
Yeah.
Don't he have his beard parted up?
He
and stuff?
wore a black do rag. Sometimes he got on this stupid ass yellow jogging suit.
Okay,
With
I think
a
I know
bunch
you're
of
talking about.
gold chains and shit.
Yeah, but no, he wasn't.
He was just like Tiger Ali saying.
It was like silk shirt, Middle Eastern taco meat.
His taco meat was velvety as a bitch. Like their hair be so smooth and refined. Yes, look at the child.
It was taco meat.
Right there.
Said he spoke proper English when he told his people how he got you that. He probably did, but like
Give me money.
So he works a bitch.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at the chest. Give me money.
But I
You see this?
but it was for a minute. Cause like I said, I was on a run. So I'm sitting there and he talking the whole time. And he's talking to me about so he take his change off and he's like he put it in my hand. He folds it up like this. And I'm like, I said, I don't want your I said, I don't know nothing about jewelry. I don't know if this, I don't. And he was like, no, look. He was like,
Look at this.
mhm,
Look at this.
no, yeah.
10
But no, like
diamonds.
he's talking to me about like the jewelry and the shit about like him and his family and like the shit that they own or whatever. And I'm like, I'm like, bro, I said I don't know about jewelry and nothing, so I don't know if this. So I'm sitting here and while he's talking, I'm sitting here, I'm literally still gambling and like pushing the buttons and shit. So I go on the bonus round, this nigga rooting for me and shit. I'm like,
He's being your cheerleader.
yeah, rooting shit. And I'm like,
He said, "Oh, go to that.
yeah.
Win the money." That's crazy. Did he have a turban now?
No.
Damn, he ain't had no Habib. I'm sorry, was it a hijab?
Good job.
So he pulls out his
Do them
phone
hoes have a job?
and he opened his gallery and shit. And I'm like, I'm like, bro, I
Like
don't want to see no
actual
pink
9 to
meat because
5.
I'm thinking that he finna like show a dick pic or something.
Oh, look at the penis. Look at that. Look at the penis. You like it, the big dick.
And I feel like it
Look
would have
at the
been so
penis.
bushy.
You like a little hair?
I should have knew that nigga wasn't legit because don't they be musty? Ew. Tino said y'all definitely gotta relax during Ramadan, fam. Nah, fuck him. He scammed me. Fuck the man, they holiday.
Wait, ain't that like a week long?
No, because he put that shit on his God and he lied.
He said, "This is I put that on Allah."
No, but so he
Look at the penis.
so he grabs his
That's
phone, he pulls his
hilarious.
and he pulls up his gallery. And
Oh,
I'm
he was
like,
really gonna show you a dick pic.
that's what I'm like. So I'm like turning my head, and I'm like, so to make sure that I can only see the screen. And then he taps me, and I'm like, yeah. And he was like, no, look. He was like,
You want to see
you
my
know, me
dick
and my
put out
family.
in
He was like,
front?
we own jewelry stores, and we blah 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 blah. So I look, and you can see him in there. Like you see all the money and shit, the jewelry they behind the counters and all of that little shit. Like not actually like at the counters, but like behind the counters, like people that would own it would be. So I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm sitting like I'm still gambling. I'm like, it got to like once I was up so far, I'm like, if this nigga is truly that fucking desperate, it's not gonna hurt. It's $100. Cause I've seen niggas do that. I told y'all that one week when I was in here, when I said when a motherfucker was at the ATM and left their receipt, how much they had overdrew they account and shit. But niggas will really fucking gambling is like crack, what crack is for some people. Like I know y'all have seen like them stories and like videos and shit, like motherfuckers literally in the hallway crying in Vegas because they've lost every fucking thing.
You gotta
Oh.
you gotta have some self-control. They got some willpower.
I don't.
You ain't got no
Not in the
willpower,
sense
you
that,
shouldn't be
not in the
gambling.
sense where I'll lose everything, but it's like I'll be up, but it's like I'm bored. I don't want to go home. I really blame my family for the fact that I lose my money back. Because if they were tolerable, I wouldn't mind going home and I'd be like, oh, I'm up, I can go home. But the fact that they get on my fucking nerves,
You should smoke more weed.
I'd be like,
You should
I'm not finna go home. And then I just sit there and keep gambling and shit.
smoke more weed.
So then by the time I go home, I'm mad because I gotta go home and because I ain't got my fucking money. So now I'm double pissed.
But that second part is your fault.
It is.
Because if you just win the money and then go somewhere else, you'd be cool. Like, go eat or something.
Yeah, my ex told me that. He told me I have an addictive personality. And I believe that because how many songs do I put on repeat? Like the smallest things is like,
Facts.
yeah. Like I will
We could ride somewhere and listen to one song.
the entire time.
All the time.
Like I have a very addictive
Yeah.
one song. Like I will,
It'll be a jam though. Like it'd be some shit that you don't mind listening to over and over again.
yeah, but I will listen to that motherfucker back to back and not think twice about it.
Now if she was listening to some bullshit, I would say, hey, cause you should probably change the song.
Give me an example of a song that's worthy of that.
Case. Touch Me with Mary J. Blige. That's some shit.
I
could get a few spec.
I do right now.
Okay.
Right now. I've been listening to Jodeci. On repeat.
Which one? Because you know KC be going crazy.
He
he loses his fucking shirt in the first 30 seconds of the song.
You know, that's never been one of my ones that I put on repeat. Like I'll listen to it, but I always like, even when I'm like playlisting, but I'll never. That's one of my ones. That's one of my ones I put on repeat.
Get on up is a jam.
Whatever kind of vagina that he was describing.
That's too happy. They wasn't singing like they wanted pussy.
I mean, yeah, like whatever.
I know, but I'm saying like that wasn't one of my things. Keisha said she's ashamed of how many times she could listen to a song.
Take my money.
My house
and my car.
For one hit.
That's some good pussy. He was willing to give
you
it
have
all.
it all, baby.
Oh no, because he saw Jesus in that ass.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Wait, what?
He saw the stars,
The moon, the mountains, and the rivers.
Oh.
He saw heaven.
Yeah, but right now, like as far as when I get in the car was queued up to play, My Heart Belongs to You.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whatever you need.
Yep.
My heart belongs to you. Whatever you need.
You remind me of that gift from dude from Ed and
With the shirt. Yeah, but no, but I do. So Dino, that is very like I have a very, very, very addictive person. Like this, like look how easy it was for me to get addicted to Chiba Hut after that one fucking sandwich.
Nigga, I meant to tell you I went to Chiba Hut.
I went again on Thursday.
Nigga.
I got the blunt. I fucked that.
I don't know what the fuck I got. That shit was fire. I inhaled that motherfucker.
The White Widow should not be that damn good.
That's what I got that
and
night.
I felt guilty. I walked by Oaken Hero. I was like, nah, I'm gonna fuck that. I was going over here.
But
I was like, I'm
this
so glad.
mediocre shit.
His cousin's right across the street. And I don't even blink twice.
But you know what's so funny about that? For me to like, I can acknowledge that I have an addictive personality, but when it like guys with good dick, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Get back here.
I don't know, bro.
No,
Always.
because you
You
have
wanna talk about circling the motherfucking block.
no, because you have like we've talked about being digmatized before,
Mhm.
and even with me having that type of personality, like I've never just been,
So you draw the line.
you know,
That don't
The line's
explain
been
how
drawn.
we got here.
yeah, like literally the only person that I've ever been like anything with, like bae that's not bae, but it's not because of sex. It's because of everything else outside of that.
I think you consciously make that not be an issue, though.
What, dick?
Yes. I think you have a block. You have like a dick block in your head. Like you not you,
Like a dick in your
Mhm.
head.
you would not let a dick. You would not let that
Dick
shit.
block. That what's
like,
wrong
you're
with
not,
you?
you're not gonna let it affect you. You're like whatever.
But that's what I'm saying.
word
But
for
the
easy.
fact that I don't try to do that, but everything else is like, ooh, such thing. Because that's how I got addicted to like slots in the first place. So me and my ex, it was my birthday. And he was like, I don't want to see you sitting in the house. Come on, let's go down to Pato. Let's go play bingo. I was like, oh, I always wanted to play bingo. So we play bingo, and I didn't win nothing. He was like, you want to go downstairs? I'm like, all right, cool. So money that I had that I didn't, spend at bingo, went downstairs, put in the slots. I start hitting. And I was hitting good. I'm like, damn. All right. And then ever since that night, like that's what kicked it off.
Like
I had never went in Pato to gamble like that before. Ever. Never been in there. And then from that, that's what kicked it off.
How long ago was it?
I think like 2015, 16.
Yeah. I've been there a few times and I would never go back. It's not like I don't have to go back. I
Yeah.
played the slots and won
But
like $3.
But since then, like that's been my thing. But I do like I get hooked on shit so fucking easy, just not dick. And that is so crazy to me. Looking at all the women that get hooked on dick around me, and it's like, damn, how the fuck do I have it's such an addictive personality? But that is the one thing that I just be like, you can go. Bye. Bye,
I
Lance.
think it's because you can take care of yourself. So that's a part of
They're gonna give you
it.
money.
Yeah, I just be like, dick is dick. You'll be all right. There's another one.
Right. Yeah, that's
They're like buses.
that's
But when it's them
essentially-
slots, if I lose, I'm like, bitch, you finna give me this back. And then I'm at the ATM.
That's why you met little Arab.
Getting Arab money.
I was minding my business. He came up to me.
Because he wanted to give you money.
Trey said, I've been replaying the same song every day for months.
Big hair.
Kayla said she needed a nigga to be in the desert and leather singing about her. Desert and leather, walking on bitches like Jesus walked on water, grabbing air, holding the waist while singing the coochie. Those were the times.
It was sad.
Dino said it's the Larry June Essentials playlist for him.
JoJo had a stroke.
All these great R&B singers that used to sing to pussy.
JoJo
to
had a
now
stroke.
Drake just
He's-
be pillow
he was in
talking.
bad
sneak
shape.
dissing niggas.
Now I'm listen.
I've said this on the show before, but I
Coming
don't
to,
think
Washington
Drake can
summer.
fuck.
Like
like-
JoJo come out, they had to walk him off. 'cause
Drake-
he-
Drake
He just can't do
is
it.
black adjacent, but I don't think he got a nigga stroke. I think Drake got that Brad stroke.
Black adjacent.
Yeah. I don't think Drake, I don't think he be dropping dick off. No. I think you have
makes love. He don't fuck.
I think that you have to fuck Drake. I don't think Drake can fuck you.
I mean, look at he got.
And when he
money.
does, I
got
feel like
money.
it's weird and like
When you got
off rhythm
money,
and
you
shit.
do whatever you want.
Which sucks because it's like, how can a nigga that sings be off rhythm? But I just feel
Right.
like it's just he can't help it.
Drake definitely fucking the lights
He makes love.
Drake gives me Lil Dicky vibes when it comes to sex.
The rapper dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I do. I don't feel like Drake can drop dick off on nobody. Drake seemed like he take his pants off and just like he still leave his t-shirt hanging over his dick before he climb into bed.
All right, thank you for tuning in to another edition of Hoecially Awkward. Make sure you check us out on all.
We only at 1:30.
Yes.
Not
Let's-
even 1:30.
Make sure
Hey,
you check us out on all streaming platforms.
Trey said he gonna
speakers.
start sweating and want to stop me a way to clean up.
We about to
He got
shut
the- he
this
got the
show,
big
so
guy-
if you want
the
to
big guy
catch
towel.
the replay, it actually
He's
can
wiping
air
himself down.
this Monday.
Keisha said Drake looked like he said, "Woo, that was wild. Come here, girl."
He's zesty as fuck.
Oh man, I feel like when it's over, like he'll sit there fanning himself, like, "Whoo, you hot?"
You want some juice?
Right.
Yeah,
Perrier water.
Can we go home
Not
now?
when you
Drake
go.
really, he just, I don't know,
Yeah, Perrier's all right.
because who's black? Drake dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now
He was
when
raised by his mama though.
right, but when mixed dudes have a black dad, they typically have a chance of having black. That's usually their best chance of having black dick. So Drake might actually have one of those big dicks that's like darker than him. Because the only time I really know, like the only mixed guy that I've known that had a pink dick, like it was lighter than him, it was the dad was white and the mom was black. I've never had a mixed dude with a black dad that had, fucking, little pit bull thing. Everybody else been like, they had Mandingo still.
That's terrible.
What?
I don't like that.
Oh, I can tell. Drake got shirtless pics, don't he?
I don't know.
If his nipples brown, his dick brown.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. If he got pink nipples, his dick is pink.
Let's take a look real quick. I
Yeah.
think he has.
Yeah. If he got brown nipples,
Can y'all stay?
Mhm.
Can we leave and you two stay?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. He could be packing, but he would annoy me in conversation and turn me off.
Take my
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Drake is just not, he's not a person that I feel like having sex with.
Drake look like he be telling strippers you don't have to do this.
Oh yeah, he got brown dick. Yeah, them nipples. His dick is brown. He don't got that pink meat. Yeah, we just look Caleb.
He definitely be saving bitches. You know. You don't gotta do that. I got a house in Calabasas. You
He just said, "Ain't no sex appeal." Yeah, like ladies, I'm talking to y'all for a minute. Like, just imagine, especially because we filthy. If y'all wouldn't be here. Can you imagine a nigga like Drake trying to like actually talk dirty to you during sex? Like trying to talk dominant to you during sex.
He's definitely a beta.
I mean, he is a Scorpio though, but he an October Scorpio, so that's where it kind of falls off at.
Aziza said the fact that no one has leaked his nudes, it's trash.
Yeah, I don't ever really see too many black women be like
Because
Drake
he
ain't
goes for
high on a lot of black women lists of like, ooh, that nigga's
right.
Honestly, for the male celebrity news that get leaked, I don't think bitches be leaking them anyway. Cause
niggas
you know, bitches be weird.
it's
They'll be
Tank
wanting to
and
share
Jamie
dick
Foxx.
anyway. I really think that if niggas be leaking their own shit.
It's Tank and Jamie Foxx. That's who leaking the male news. And that is what we like to call a callback, my friend. That is how you podcast.
Y'all are terrible. Oh,
Drake
Wait.
probably
Trey said, "Ain't gonna be in my mirror after sex fixing your hair before I get there."
right. He be putting his hair in a ponytail. And
He
shit.
said, "Drake remind me of the dude that giggle after every phrase."
I feel like
Does that feel good to you? Does it feel good to you?
He gonna be in Madison May 9th, but I'm scared to stage show trash. You know, and this is the thing. Like,
you think Drake will wear my hood at kind of nigga?
Mm-hmm.
you said what?
Where
Think
my
Drake will wear my hood at kind of nigga? And he famous.
Oh, where your what?
Where my hug at?
Oh,
I can imagine walking into an industry party just where my hug at. Like, bro, you
Mhm.
get your goofy ass. You rich. Why you doing this?
I don't know, but Drake seemed like the type of nigga. Like, if I let him come over my crib to fuck, he go wear my hoodie home.
He just like a whole ass nigga to me.
I feel like he talking raps.
And then not only is he gonna wear his shit home,
And
like
his
he
voice
driving, he
super
gonna be
deep.
smelling this shit, smiling and grinning and shit.
I'm sorry, people. That is gay as fuck. Sorry, people.
Woo!
I mean, he's just a October Scorpio.
He can't exist.
Scorpios be having good meat. I'm assuming the October ones don't. Okay, so listen.
But who determines meat by the month of their birth?
I mean, I'm just speaking from
It's one of those.
as a November Scorpio.
my favorite Scorpio to have sex with was actually born in October. Like, he's on the more dominant side. Like, he knows what to say, but to touch, like, what talking to you, and like, he has everything down. The November Scorpios that I've had sex with are real, just yeah.
Remember, speak about the man.
I got my butt ate though. Y'all just bust in like, you ready to get your ass ate? Telling mom was like, yep, finna get out.
I'll tutor her ass up, bro, real quick.
Watch this.
Whatever you like.
At least he asked, because they came in. I told nigga, I said, I got something to do. Give me a minute, give me a head start, because we was what
bitch.
was that BW3s that day? I think we was at BW3s. And I was like, all right, I got to run to make, I'm gonna go home. Give me a minute. And Monte, he had the keys to my crib.
Oh,
Yeah.
That young Hogan?
that young Gilman.
So
Never seen a man move so fast.
before I moved in the house, I was in like a townhouse style apartment. I say style because it didn't have a basement. It had upstairs and all of that, but it didn't have a basement. Nope. And that was perfect for me because I don't like basements. I had a laundry room. When you walk in the back door, it's the laundry room here, but all my storage and shit. And then you had the kitchen. So I was cool with that because I don't like basements. But when you walk in the back door, as soon as you step in, and the kitchen is right here, you can see right in the living room. So I was getting my butt munched on the futon. And I mean, he was like full spread, right?
He was speaking to the curtain.
And I told them to give me a minute. Bro didn't clear it with me, like, all right, is it safe to come in? Like, whatever. So niggas come in the back door, and he heard the door, and he thought that it was like, I don't know if he thought it was a boyfriend, husband, baby daddy, or what. Cause you like, well, who the fuck else would, like have a key?
Mhm.
So he took off and he hauled ass and ran out the front door and like left. And I was so
Hey, did dog ever come back around? I don't think we ever heard from that young man again.
I know I did. Remember that Facebook post that I made when I was like, what happened if a dude snort coke off your booty? And he eat it after? Did that mean that it's in your system? Yeah, that was him.
So you out here getting Wolf of Wall Streeted?
I never saw that movie.
That's literally one of the
That's
opening
what
scenes.
That's the opening scene. You never seen that? That shit
No.
is wild.
It's
That's a wild. That's a wild ass
That is-
movie.
That is
It's long
how-
as fuck.
It's
but
long as fuck.
Because
White
I'm,
people party.
hey, look, I don't judge folks. Because he was smart, but he does it now. But at the time, like, driving trucks and all that shit. I'm like, hey, do what you
Yeah,
got to
he-
do to not run off the
Yeah,
road,
that's
bro.
what he do. He uses it to stay away.
No, it was on the cheek, but then he like ate my butt right away, and he was like motorboating it a little bit, and I was like, damn, I wonder if like coke residue, like if it, because
Hey,
shit
they-
absorbs faster through your butt.
That was I heard it.
So I was like, damn, like, did I technically do coke and I know it? Like, is it in my system now?
You did
Because he got nose residue in my booty hole. Like, I didn't know what was going on,
You did coke, my fam.
but
Wait.
It was medicinal.
I was so high I couldn't check out the next day. But
Yeah.
no, but it wasn't that.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
He had I had never had weed in liquid form. And as you know, when I try weed in new forms, I tend to overdo it because I'm not used to it.
Ooh.
And we all know Mimi loves what? Fucking lemonade. It was
Mhm.
weed lemonade.
Oh, that's good.
So I don't know how to fucking
Alright,
gauge weed. I don't know how to gauge fucking weed lemonade. And who the fuck's just, ooh, I'm thirsty, but I'm finna stop drinking because it's fucking drugs in here. Like, I killed that shit. So between that and other shit that was going on, like, I was so high, like I could not check out that day. So that night cost me like an extra $200 because I couldn't check out. But he was so cool about it. When I was like, I said I couldn't leave. Like, I was so, and he was like, how much did it cost you to stay? So he cash apped me the money for me having to stay because he knew I was fucked up.
That's mighty white of him.
Whatever you want, my heart belongs to you.
Dog.
Dino said coke residue from getting your ass ate is crazy, but I
See?
did.
It's crazy. Dog.
Yeah,
It's wild.
I went on because okay, so I knew that he was gonna have weed because he like, and his weed be weed. It don't be that huff ass shit that niggas be like. He's a real smoker. So when he got his shit, it's like, damn, nigga, you was getting off the elevator. I can smell that shit in my
Right.
room. Like, he got weed. So I was getting edibles and shit from him because I knew his shit was gonna be legit. So then he was like, hey, I got this lemonade, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I drunk it and I forgot that it was weed lemonade.
Mhm.
So I was like, damn.
And you really don't taste it to the end either. So that's the other thing. So if you sitting there drinking, all of a sudden you stop, you be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Too late.
Because he was like, you mind if I use the bathroom? What the fuck would I be like? No, you can't go pee. What the, I hate when people ask that.
Mhm.
But he come back and he's like, you drunk that whole thing? I was like, I was thirsty. It's hot in here. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt like that was kind of a, I'm not gonna get no pussy. This bitch gonna be knocked out.
Right.
But but we made it.
We made it.
But no, it was really the fact that he was like, something, I've been wanting to do, blah blah blah. And I was like, what? He was like, I don't know how you gonna feel about it. And I was like, nigga, what? I was like, anal? I gotta do anal. He was like, no. And then he was like, and he pulled it out his pocket. And then he asked me like if he could snort a line off my butt. I was like, I don't care. Then he did it.
You down for whatever.
Because it was interesting.
A whore.
But I didn't know that it was gonna go from it was like one fluid motion. Like,
Can we go home now?
and I didn't have no time to react. And I was like,
Like, oh.
You are?
yeah. And then because I was like, but then it's like I kind of like prop myself up like on my elbows a little bit more, like give a little arch. But then I
A
was
little
like,
room to work with.
but then I was like, oh shit, like, he didn't have no time to like,
Right.
So I know it was, I'm like, dang.
A mushroom cloud.
Did he come in with like flag eye collars, like collars down to?
Huh?
Did he come in with like a shirt open up to his chest with his collars all the way out to his shoulders?
Oh no.
Or a blazer on?
No, he actually, it's funny because he like
Sideburns.
one of them like what do you call like the cool nerds?
Tommy.
I was gonna say.
That's why I asked what you call him. I knew he would know.
Mm-hmm.
Shit,
Tommy.
I don't know.
Just call me Tommy.
I'm low key cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was a very fun night.
Tommy.
Like, hey.
Kayla said I was the chaser.
Right.
It's giving Superfly.
Right. So I'm saying that's what I was
No,
thinking.
he was not born in the 70s. He was born in the 80s.
Chaser?
He only because I was born in 84. He probably at most he's probably like 81.
Chasing cocaine with ass is
Hey,
amazing.
wait. I was born in the 70s. What you trying to say?
You're an old nigga.
And
Nah,
you
I
know,
ain't
cocaine
no
was
dope.
very popular back then.
Cocaine's a hell of a
It's
drug.
a hell of a drug.
It is.
Hey, y'all can see the outline from my pen when I was drawing the fat bitch.
It went away.
It's gone.
No,
On
the
the screen?
no, not on the screen. I mean the outline from like through the grease and shit.
Gotta see me. Oh, I see it now.
You can see the head, the shit in the body.
Yeah, over here, the light was need to shine on
They
it.
open that JJ's across the street yet?
Nope.
Nah,
They bullshit.
they are.
Oh, so y'all know, like speaking of the nigga that scammed me, somebody bought his jewelry from Florida and shit.
Florida.
The only this is probably I want y'all to make a note of this, okay? Like I want y'all to really soak this in because this will probably be the only time that you will ever hear me say on this podcast or otherwise that Florida got something right. So Florida lawmakers are pursuing the death penalty in child rapes.
Yeah.
And I am so for it. Oh, I'm so for it.
They're
Like-
gonna fuck it up.
Of all the things that they fuck up, that is probably the only thing that they have ever proposed that is actually fucking smart. Like for there to be so many like child crimes and shit like that, like I was actually happy to see. I was shocked though to see that Florida was like the one to have that out there. You would think it would be somewhere else, and then they might be like, "Oh yeah, all right, that's kind of a good idea. All right, we'll roll with that." But to see that these motherfuckers was like, "Hey, we need to off these niggas that's out here touching kids." Like,
Why it take so long?
Because Florida's fucking weird.
not even.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
just saying, period. Why
we
it-
can't even say it's Florida because right.
The whole nation is like, oh well, we'll just label them and tell everybody and put them in a house in the
Right.
neighborhood.
That's all we really was doing. Then it can't be
You
around.
fuck the
2
kid,
years.
your name's going like Jericho.
Mhm.
The list. That's it. Niggas is going on the list.
Hey, your name on the list on elementary school was the worst though. You put it on the board, your name on the board. Oh shit.
Because that usually meant bad news, man. You weren't getting no snack.
Right.
could
Get
go
a check
outside.
get a
You-
check mark
You
after your
could go
name.
outside for the extra recess.
Your teacher ever put the word recess on there and erase each letter?
Yes. And we don't got no letters. Ain't
The
nobody going
suspense,
outside.
nigga.
Right. Terror, nigga. Like,
And-
nigga,
and I don't-
shh, we got E left.
But you know what's crazy about that? Like, I understand the concept of it, right? Because it's kind of trying to make your class accountable for each other.
Mhm.
But they don't realize that shit got niggas folded up.
Mhm.
In the cold.
Because if you were that nigga, if you were that nigga that got that last letter took away,
You was getting your ass whooped in
you
the
was
cold
getting
room.
shredded.
In the cold room.
I ain't gonna lie, I helped tune a couple niggas up.
Yeah, and you should.
I definitely did.
The teacher was like the real gangster about it too. Like,
Right.
Right.
And it's crazy because they was staying there for a minute. They already knew they was taking the letter, but they want as many eyes on them as possible at the
When they
time that
doing
they
it.
finally decide to erase it, because they
Mhm.
want to drive that shit home. So if they got a good 2/3 of the classroom, swipe. Man, we told you, man. And then they try to act like, man, I don't give a fuck about going outside, man.
Niggas know
After
damn well they want to
school,
go.
nigga.
on site.
You be like, you go, care, nigga. Soon as that 3:15, we beating your ass, nigga. So it was, like I said, I got it, but at the same time, I don't think they truly realized, unless it was kind of like a power play.
Yeah.
Like maybe they knew exactly which kids. It was like, I can't stand that little motherfucker, and I know he go fucking. They go beat his ass. so it was kind of a setup in some way.
And that poor little nigga couldn't even help being an asshole in the class either.
School really set us up for some bullshit.
Right.
Like you just knew. So one of the main
We have
things
12 minutes. Just
Right.
that I wanted to talk about,
She don't care about replays no more.
because they better fucking scroll on my page. Look, go on my page, put search, and Hoecially Awkward, and it'll come up.
You two niggas got that bad.
what's that?
Talking about them two not staying in a time frame.
I don't. First of all,
We can
I've
do
never
it.
had a
We
set
never
time
know
frame. The
what's
only
on
reason
12.
why I was timing
Dang.
myself was before the lives, and then I thought about it.
Can't
I'm
even get
like,
an hour in now.
they can see the lives regardless. But
Hey,
if
that's only 4 minutes left.
well, if they are on time for the lives and actually watch the lives, then they don't have to worry about a replay. That's your incentive to have your ass here on Sundays, not getting a replay on Monday.
Why you treating them like little kids?
Ooh.
No replay. You couldn't be.
No, but I saw a post,
They gonna blame it on Shannon.
and of course it was a chick, because you know how they do, and she was like loud with it, like she put black women like in all caps, and she was like, black women are single because they want to get paid for being in a relationship.
Oh, I seen that.
What are y'all thoughts on that? Because I know mine.
I can see that POV from this the way the dating world is right now.
Why? Agree or disagree?
That these hoes want to be paid.
That black women are single because they.
I don't think that's the main reason why they're single, but I can see it.
Sarita is a black woman.
I would say no, because I don't fall into that category.
See how,
So
Spouse
my-
for need to be
see how she
paid.
maneuvered out of that.
I do not think they want to be paid, but
You always gotta be that nigga.
they what? I don't think they want to be paid, but they don't mind somebody showing them that they are able to take care of them.
So my
How
take.
Provider.
Provider, the meat provider.
You gotta go too.
The butcher.
Tommy,
Tommy
give me
the
that
butcher.
meat bullet.
Girl, you don't know about this.
I can't see a woman being aroused if a nigga say, "Yeah, baby, let me give you this meat bullet." I can't see it. I just can't see it.
Maybe a female.
If I wore panties, I'd take them off.
I just can't see her going, "Ooh, I like that."
Having like a really just broad conversation with somebody, and we were just talking about, I forgot what we were talking about, and she said, "Yeah, I want to get fucked." That has changed the whole dynamic of the conversation. I mean, so it worked for me from her. I was like, well, damn. Oh well, shit. Let's get that. I mean,
what's your next question? Like, are you offering?
No, it was on.
Okay.
That was
Keisha said she disagrees, and Dino said most definitely want to get paid. Y'all may be different though. So it's not necessarily that I'm different.
Is there more context to this situation, or was that
That's
was
literally that was
That's
her
literally
her post word for word. Black women, not women, black women are single because they want to get paid for being in a relationship. That was her exact post.
I feel like
There
I
is
feel
a
like we
lot.
need more
There
context.
is a lot of representation online where his financial status seems to matter more than how she feels about him. So I can see that person thinking that.
You
But
know,
of course, you can't say black women like all of y'all are single because y'all want to get paid.
so right now I'm between blessings, and I have actually let women know, like, hey, this is where I am, and it has not been an issue. It hasn't been an issue at all. Like, this is where I am. I mean, I can't do this, I can't do that, and it's like, hey, that's all right. This is not your season, but that ain't gonna keep me from trying to, do what we got to do.
Draws.
And
Get
it's
the
funny
drugs.
because
Get the drugs.
so many black women are actually like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare that I have been in company of or have seen personally women that weren't like that. So it'd be killing me when niggas that don't even got that much fucking money in the first place
Exactly.
be making posts like women are all about money and gold diggers.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, make up y'all mind. Because the same
Which one
niggas
is it?
that will say that will get mad when a bitch that they like don't like them, and then get to talking about, oh, well, I guess I got to be a bum that stay home and play PlayStation all day and not have no job and not pay no bills because you mad that she didn't choose you.
Mm-hmm.
But my take is that that's absolute bullshit, because it's not that black women want to be paid for being in a relationship. I feel like black women are just the only ones that are vilified when they want that standard of a lifestyle.
That I can give you.
Mm-hmm.
Because
White
white
women
and
demand it out the door.
white and foreign women becoming trophy wives, having nothing to offer but a smile and a, what they call it, a tight ass. That has been not only fucking accepted but encouraged
It's been the standard
for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you look at celebrities and shit, like you look at motherfuckers like Dr. Dre or anybody, like, and you be like, bro, that's what he married. Like this strong face ass white woman. They don't even have to be cute.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to offer anything. They don't have to have anything on the fucking table. But whenever it's us,
Then it's some more. Yeah.
well, can you cook? Can you clean? You gotta have more than this. You gotta have more than that. But when it's one of them other motherfuckers, one of them pale ones,
Something got to justify your back talk.
they just gotta be a fucking just bullshit.
Something got to justify.
But you know what?
Bullshit, because they love spicy Hispanic
something gotta
bitches. So I don't want to
justify
hear
this
that.
attitude you finna
They
give me.
fetishize that. They love when a Hispanic bitch cuss them out.
Yeah.
They love that shit.
But you know,
I'm gonna stab you,
but-
Poppy. Ooh,
But
dick
she,
hard.
but she cooked, she clean, laundry done, kids is good. Like, yeah.
So why is that gotta all be
I'm-
on me though?
I mean,
That's.
But you know what?
Because of the lifestyle that you want, this is what you got to do to have it. If you
But if
want me
I'm
to,
wor-
go,
if
if
I'm
you want
working
me
and
to
doing
go
all them
out here
things
and make
too-
all this money and you don't have a care in the world, why you can't do that?
But
You
the
know,
cra-
that's
the cra-
actually that's more of a job than anything. Because actually, they just did a study. I believe they said if you're a stay-at-home mom, you should be paid at least $187,000.
But why
a
is
year.
it more of a job and it's just not the road you chose? You chose to be a stay-at-home mom. You chose to want to live this life. I chose to want to go out here and get it. So if I want to give you this life that you chose to live, this is what I got to do. So this is what I'm asking you to do.
Yes, that means you got enough money that then you can actually have us have a maid.
No, we're not having a
then that
maid. You want
way
to stay at
that's
home
taken
all day
care of.
while you can't clean
Do
this
you not
house?
realize how
But that-
much it is to take care of kids?
but that's the funny part, right? So niggas that don't even make as much fucking money in the first goddamn place,
Mhm.
the ones that should actually be complaining about having to spend money for a cat bitch.
They can't keep a bitch because they don't got the money to keep a bitch.
But it's like you look at it, like I said, like because niggas don't be having celebrity money, but they always fucking talking like they have celebrity money to
Mhm.
fucking live off of in the first place. But you have a celebrity, right? And he has all of this money. This bitch has absolutely nothing to offer him but pussy and being arm candy.
Mhm.
It ain't about, well, can you cook? Because she got you paying for a fucking a chef. Y'all got a
Mhm.
private chef. Can
Yeah.
you clean? She got you paying for a fucking maid.
Mhm.
All of the shit that she should be quote unquote doing because she's staying at home.
Mhm.
She got you
can,
paying
though.
for somebody
Yeah.
to do that shit. So she is literally just at home spending your fucking money.
Mhm.
And these are not even the niggas that's complaining.
As a
So-
nigga who would love to have that type of lifestyle that I could trick, I would love to trick. I would love to be able to do that shit. And most niggas would. So the niggas who are talking shit are the niggas who don't have no. They don't have.
Because
They
I
don't have.
ain't gonna lie, I definitely pay for convenience. It's convenience over
It's
everything.
I would pay for everything.
So if I don't
I
have
would.
to, if I don't have to clean my house, definitely pay.
I mean, a real nigga does not complain about what money he's spending on his lady because that's what he want to do. That's the fuck. That's what he's gonna do. Fuck
Right.
it.
So
my
what-
life easier. You can have whatever you want.
Right.
Mhm.
What do you? What do you
I like
say
taking care. I like taking care of motherfuckers. Like when I'm
when the shoe is on the other foot, though.
being
As far
taken
as
care
what?
of.
No, because for as many niggas who complain about how women, like what we just talking about, who don't have rapper money, there's a bum ass bitch that want rapper qualities from your normal nigga that goes to work every day. That's a 9 to 5, and then she frowning her face up on the internet like, I don't date broke niggas.
Mm.
So like it's all one and the same.
I
if
thought you were
had-
about the reverse of me being
No, but that's- no, but
like,
that-
it's,
about women.
it's
but
all
that-
one and the same.
But
if
that's
you
my
had-
what I'm
point.
saying. Yeah.
That only falls when it comes to us. When you got white bitches that's literally bred to marry niggas for money,
Right,
so that
that's-
they don't
that's
have to
what they
work or
trained to do.
nothing.
They TTG.
It's fine for them. But when it's us, it's bitch, how dare you?
Mhm.
How dare you want me to take care of you and you not bringing nothing to the table? These bitches don't have to do nothing and nobody blinks
wake
a
up.
fucking eye.
Mhm.
That's-
They can't fucking boil water without burning a pot.
that's a-
But you want us to cook fucking goddamn soul food movie meals
Mhm.
7 days a week, clean up the house, take care of the kids, and still go half on bills.
That's a
Mhm.
culture thing
Because
at
you
this
talking
point.
to you talking about niggas who don't know how to be men, so they sit there and bitch online all day. Because men who could do it, like y'all say,
They
ain't
do
gonna
it.
complain about it.
They,
Right.
And
yeah.
I feel like some of that should be relative to what you've seen. Like, if you grew up in a way where you watched your pops get that shit and take care of your mom. Your mom don't really got to lift a finger. Your mom may work a part-time job, but she always home with you and your little brother. Like, when you watch your father do that shit for your mama, when you grow up and you get your own family, you now have your father's mentality to a degree where, like, this is what I've seen. My dad go out there and get that shit and make sure mom's cool. So now my wife, I got to go out here and get that shit, make sure my wife is cool. Some niggas grow up watching their mom do everything. So now when you get a girlfriend, you like, well, my mama did this. Why you can't do that?
And that's
I
the
got
fuck-
my half, you got your half. What's popping?
I
and that's the
have
fucked up part.
I have made a post and I share it whenever it's that time of year. And I've said so many times
That time of year.
that because Facebook memories. So
Oh,
whenever that
yeah.
motherfucker pop up, share
Mhm.
If you think you're
to tell them that
lonely
I feel
now.
like women are definitely majorly responsible for breeding some of the biggest suckers out here.
Mhm.
Yeah,
because-
suckers.
the way that they coddle their sons and take care of their sons and their brothers, their nephews. Like, I've dated a nigga where he was surrounded by women. The only brother that he had, that nigga was always in jail, or it would have been the same thing for him. But his mom, his sister, his aunties, then he had female cousins. The only other males that were in the family, like, they were his sister's kids and they were younger than him. So his entire life, it was always women coming to the rescue, bailing him out, never holding him accountable for anything. Whenever he did some shit wrong, it was always, oh, well, bitch, my like, you know, it was always something to where it took him a very, very, very long time to be able to stand on his own 2 feet as a man, because he didn't know what the fuck to do.
Right.
He had motherfuckers always cooking for him. He had motherfuckers cleaning for him. He had motherfuckers doing his laundry and all of this type of shit. And it's like, single moms of sons get mad when you tell them, like, stop coddling your son so much. That's not telling you not to love your sons. That's not telling you, that's not telling you not to show them affection. Yes, love on your fucking babies. If anything, they need that so that they quit growing up being fucking terrorists and hating us for no fucking reason. Because you didn't give him a fucking hug when he scraped his knee. Bitch, they ain't had nothing to do with me. Why you upset with me?
Right.
I feel like 50, what you say fuck me for? But I've always hated that, because when it comes to Black women, we are not only expected to seek and accept struggle love, we are expected to fucking be grateful when a nigga offers us struggle love.
But the thing I think that's crazy with all that though too is that, like, I came from a household where, just like how you said, like, my dad was taking care of things. My mom worked part-time, but guess what? She was also a nurse. So she still was making, you know, decent money, is working part-time as well too. And then still making sure that, you know, home was okay and taken care of. And so then when I raised my son is capable of doing everything. That's the one good thing benefit, because of him being like, it's 7 years between him and my middle one, and then 10 between him and my youngest.
Okay.
And so by the time, you know, I'm having my younger kids, he up doing everything himself. So he like, Ma, you need me to make you something to eat? You need me to go throw that stuff in the laundry? You need me to go do whatever? Cool. And now he on his own. He stay with his girlfriend, but he do the same thing where he makes sure stuff is taken care of in the house, and that she okay, and she work too.
And I love that, because in so many situations of friends and family that I've seen, like, grow up, even when the girl is not the oldest, she becomes responsible for she's basically a fucking substitute mother for everybody else. So she didn't have time to really be a kid, because she had to step up and fucking parent everybody else, even fucking older brothers.
Right.
Because she was forced to be more responsible, because they were so used to fucking everybody doing everything for them. So I don't feel like that is something that they need to be going around saying. Like, it is not the fact that Black women want to be paid for being in fucking relationships. That is not what it is. Motherfuckers just tired of always being expected to accept fucking struggle love. And why are we the only ones that get talked down on for that shit?
For having standards.
Like, we are literally the only ones. I don't never see them talking about fucking Becky or Consuela for that shit.
Fuck them hoes too. Got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me.
My thing too is, like, with me, I'm legacy.
Because and that goes to what Sarita said too. She said how we are raised plays a big part in how we act in relationships. And that's another thing with me and Bay that's not Bay. No matter what, like I said, like, even like, we haven't talked in a couple of days. He, you know, mood swings. It's period. But even with me not talking to him and him having, because we be cool, and then all of a sudden it be, as soon as I get that blue fucking message that pops up and said, "Can I ask you a question?" I'm like, bro, we ain't finna talk for like 5 days. I already know, because I know it's finna be some bullshit, and then it's like, he be on the road too much with his thoughts. Driving the fucking trucks late at night. He ain't got nothing to do but think. and now it's going to be some bullshit. But even with that, if I was to call or text him right now and be like, hey, I need you, such and such, whatever, he would look out.
Right.
And because of how he was raised, like he watched his dad take care of everything. So even when we were younger, like in our early 20s, that was the kind of mindset that he had. Whenever I needed something or anything was going on, I didn't have to ask him twice. If I had to ask at all, if he knew
Right.
something was going on,
They usually
you
just do.
yeah, you good. You got gas in the car. You good. You know, jelly bean, all right. You know, like I didn't have to because that is what he saw.
Right.
And I've said that on my Facebook post, you know, a couple of times how it was completely different. My experiences dating men in 2-parent households
Yeah, versus a
where, you know, because their dads were not only
Absolutely.
involved, but they were very dominant in the household and handle everything versus dating guys with single moms, especially when they had very troublesome relationships with their mothers.
Yep. I 100% agree with that.
Like that shit is a complete, the contrast is crazy.
Yeah.
You see,
I haven't had the privilege of raising any boys. I only raise girls, so I can't.
Yeah, I feel for my-
can't be
then I said,
responsible
stop
for
saying
all
he
that.
ain't bae. Y'all motherfuckers just weird. Bae that ain't bae. God damn it, that's what I said. Ray said y'all need call-ins. We used to fucking have them when we was on Blog Talk. That was a topic on these two niggas show earlier.
You can
They
still
were talking
do
about
it.
how all of this started.
We can still do it.
Do what?
Call in.
I mean, technically it's here, but
Yeah,
I
it's
just
there.
don't want to.
You talking about when you do the join a live thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't want to do it.
No, you need to lay down because
Because
you want to
niggas don't
start
know how to be
something.
properly prepared.
We don't have enough infrastructure in our community that supports relationships and families. That was Aziza.
You know, she had to get deep with it.
But no, that's true.
It's true.
Kayla, both my relationships came from 2-parent homes and they were horrible. Very active dads.
And see, that's the crazy part with me. Like with me and my ex-husband, his mom was more dominant with everything that she was doing, and I could tell. And then when I was dealing with crazy
more
ass,
controlling, it doesn't matter.
he was in a single, family household. It was just his mom, so that was another one too. Now with what I'm doing right now, similar to with how I grew up.
Well, see,
So
and
now I don't have to worry
So
about
you
nothing.
and
dated niggas
but
with
that
bitch
but
ass
that's
dads?
why I was specific
no,
and saying with
overbearing
2-parent
mom.
Right.
and 2-parent households where the
Oh,
dad
fair
was
mom.
the dominant one and handling everything. That's exactly why I was specific because every 2-parent household, like,
It's not.
it's not the
Look at your
same.
daddy,
Right.
yo,
because it's like
bitch.
even with me, like I technically, like, even after my dad, like once my mom, because my mom has been with my stepfather since I was graduating 8th grade. That was 1998. This is 2023. But that nigga ain't had shit. He wasn't on shit. He didn't, mom,
Yeah, golden spatula.
my mom was the fucking the sourdough, the honey wheat, the multigrain, whatever fucking type of bread you got. She was the breadwinner. This was the nigga. He cooked all the meals and shit, and fix whatever around. Like that was his way of contributing because he had no fucking money. He's in all of these years, I can literally only remember him having 2 legit jobs, and this was before I graduated high school. This nigga singing Too Legit to Quit, y'all. Good God.
The margaritas have kicked in for Tomas.
But there's also somebody that I dealt with from a single parent household. But the difference was his mother was older. I've also noticed that dating guys with like older parents, that makes a difference too.
Yep.
So with his mom being up there, she fucking 60, whatever year, like she don't play that shit. And she set a certain standard for him. So even though she was a single mom and he came from a single mom household, again, completely different because of how she was, because she was old school with shit. So she raised her son not to be like his father.
Right.
So
Don't be like your bitch ass dad.
let me see. Kayla said, I hate I'm raising my son alone. I feel absolutely horrible about it. We are in very important years and he's literally being molded by me because there aren't any men present. I pray every day he don't end up messed up or cause some turmoil to a woman.
Whoop his daddy ass.
Really?
I help you, bro. I got some aggression. Like we could stomp that nigga out, cuz like
Stomp him in the nuts. Just stomp him.
I really don't understand how you can have a whole child out in the world and be like, yeah,
I really don't be
kid.
There's a lot
understanding
of people that are like that though, and I don't
Exactly.
understand it either.
Yeah, fuck that kid.
That's triggering right now.
Hmm I know.
yeah.
If I ever meet Damien, you guys.
But no, like, cause I've talked to Kayla about this, like on her post. Cause Kayla posts, sometimes she'll put up stuff about interactions between her and her son. I am not a boy mom. But there are certain things that I understand, like when you have boys, just because of the type of people that I've dated
Mhm.
and seeing what it was, it's like, please, please, please do not cater to these boys in
Yeah.
every single way, because you ain't doing shit but making, like, you're not building them up to be the men that understand reciprocity. You're not
Mhm.
building them up to be the men that understand being providers. You're building up entitled fucking brats that are going to be looking for women to fill your shoes.
Mhm.
That's all you're doing.
And
When
you're doing a good job,
they
Caleb.
want a woman like they mama, not because, oh well, my mom was wholesome and she was into the church and
Mhm.
and she cooked meals and she did this and I saw how she treated my dad and this is why I want to. No, they want to replace the fucking maid that gave birth to them.
Mhm.
That's literally all it is.
Nah, my mom mad.
That's
enough.
why they be asking for women to cook and clean. and
I
shit
definitely
like
wouldn't
Right.
date a woman like my mother.
You said what?
I'm definitely not trying to date a chick like my mom.
Jesus Christ, I hope not.
Not at all. My mom's, I love her to death. Death do us part. Mad annoying though. Mad fucking annoying. I love her though.
I mean,
Still so.
and that's the
But
thing.
get on my last nerve.
And here's the thing. And I can say this about Juan's mom. I can say this about Juan's grandma because I can say this about my mom. Something with Dinkins women is fucking off. And that is like, I stopped the cycle with mine. I don't treat mine like that. And it's like their parenting style sucked in the way of, even when they did a lot for you, you would wish they fucking didn't, because they make you, it's like getting in the bed with a loan shark.
No, it's forever dead.
Yeah.
Forever dead.
Remember that day I gave birth to you?
Right, like man.
Like, I mean, you chose to do that shit. Like, I didn't.
I wasn't out here fucking raw, fam. Like that was on you. I said that was.
You the one that wanted to get that nut, not me.
Right. The same shit I'm doing now is what you let a nigga do to you. He said some nice shit, and you was like, "Let me take these drawers off." I do it all the time. I say some nice shit, bitches take their panties off. That's what happened to you.
Trey
You gotta
said,
do
"Yeah,
it.
that's the one thing I can't do." What are you talking about as far as like with being a boy mom? Aziza said, "Damn, Mimi."
I mean,
Uh,
growing up with the same
Trey
mom,
said, "I tell."
it ain't too
Oh,
bad.
okay. She said she tell him every single day, "I ain't no maid." Yeah.
Yeah.
Keisha said, "My ex told me all the shit his mom did for his sorry ass dad. One flag I ignored." Yeah, but that's something that I have learned to like maneuver around.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's not a fucking foolproof system because people turn out how they turn out. I just know a huge red flag, like when a nigga was raised by a single mom and their relationship is shitty,
Mhm.
or he was raised by a single mom and he's like, because there are two different kind of mama's boys. Would you agree?
Yes.
I feel like there is the mama's boy where they have a very healthy relationship with boundaries. And then
Mhm.
there's the mama's boy where this is a grown ass man with his mama titty in his mouth.
Right.
One of my relationships where I thought that shit was sweet with us ended up being like, it was intolerable because it was mama's boy with titty in his mouth. So it's like,
Mhm.
even though he had one of those older moms that taught him all of this shit, and he knew how to treat me, he knew how to provide and all of this kind of shit, it was like it was always a wedge because it was always, well, my mom, and it's like,
Mhm.
who are
Right.
you fucking here, bro? Like,
Exactly. Like, if
I'm
you want to
not-
go fuck your mama, just say that.
Like, you know,
That's nasty.
and it's
Y'all gotta relax with the porn.
no, because some shit is real weird,
Mhm.
you know.
It's like borderline ancestral. So you're kind of like, okay,
And it's like, and I
What's
look
going
at the
on?
same way about when I look at certain shit that boy moms post on Facebook, and it's like, bro, that's not your man, that's your son.
right.
I hate that. I hate that
Yeah.
with a passion.
That shit look weird in life, but it's not my cross to bear.
Let me see.
You gotta
Uh,
grow up knowing that your mother has fucked.
Kayla said, one thing I ain't doing is clean it alone. I'll cut all this shit off.
Right.
Yeah, man, see, I wish my mom would have continued to be my maid. Learn how to do your laundry at like 15. That's some wild shit. Why am I down here doing this shit?
I
No,
and I
my son
couldn't
was doing
wait.
this shit at 10.
And that was the thing. And it was like, my mom didn't like, she didn't want us using the washing machine because she thought I was like, Mom, I really like, I wanted to do my own shit. Like, I wanted that extra independence. I wanted to be able to show that I was responsible and able to do my own shit. So it was certain, like, I just wanted to learn. I couldn't actually fucking teach me how to cook because we had this conversation.
Right.
Her, that apron and fucking Salisbury steak and Grand's biscuits wouldn't go fucking cut it. But you know, she did what she could. Trey said he makes his own food, cleans his room, etc. And Tristan be in there helping because he liked to follow his brother. I still love on my boys though. And that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like I said, a lot of women get offended when you bring that point up to them because they think that we're telling you to just stonewall your fucking sons.
Right, not at all.
Like, don't show them emotion, don't hug them, don't kiss them, don't tell them you love them, just fucking ignore them. No, give your boys all of these things because they need it. They
Absolutely.
fucking need it. They need to be able to not only show love, but to be able to feel that shit. They need to know what love feels like
know
when
what?
they
I
are
wanna
coming
know
up.
what love
You know what else is a part of love?
My-
You to
Accountability.
show me
And that's what some people are not teaching their
what it feels
children.
when love is. I'm lucky to have not. I'm just lucky to have the children I have because I hear what people go through and the struggles they have.
I
and
keep
the
looking at Tommy here because his shit is popping today, y'all.
It
Y'all,
is. He got the
y'all-
nuts and berries.
y'all can't see
it.
the definition
Right. I'm
on
like,
the camera
curls
here,
is
right?
Defined.
Hold on.
Actually, they can. They just can't see it on this TV.
That's very defined.
like I was saying,
Hold on.
Tommy was
Hold
hanging
on.
with some hoes,
I
man.
gotta use the
got the
S22
butters.
Pro Cam for this, and I'm posting this shit in the group.
Like, got the butters. It's shiny.
It's buttery, baby.
I'm posting this in the Hoecially Awkward group,
Shine
y'all. This
bright
nigga
like a
popping.
diamond.
The butters.
like I was saying, I am
kinda fresh, huh?
I'm very privileged to have had girls that I did not have any problems with whatsoever. So this whole like 26 years of having children, I've never had to run into no like bitch ass nigga behavior. I mean, they do what they're supposed to do. They clean up when they're supposed to clean up. They come home when they're supposed to come home. I've never had any issues with them. So I think I've just been blessed. So I feel
Mhm.
bad. I feel bad when people have like bad situations with their children and find out that they are growing to be hoe ass niggas and shit like that. And I don't think I was supposed to have boys. I don't think I was supposed to raise boys.
As a
'Cause-
parent, that would break my heart to look at my son and be like, "Dawg, you really a fuck nigga.
You're right.
Right.
Like, you really a bitch.
That-
Who
What you
who
know,
raised
speaking
you?"
of saying
That's
that,
how that's how Jelly Bean's dad talks about. Jelly Bean's granddad talks about her dad. On some, he wasn't raised like this. But it's like, okay, you say that, and I understand where you feel like, well, I was always there for him, but it's like you wasn't in the same state as him. Like y'all had a relationship to where if he come visit and whatever, like you've never turned your back on him, but at the same time, you weren't a constant presence in his life either. Not to say that's either y'all split. You and his mom split. She wanted to live here. You wanted to live there. It is what it is. But you weren't a constant in his life to where it's like, well, every day I get to see my pops. I can hang with my pops or whatever. Like y'all had huge gaps in between because y'all had to schedule time between. All right, well, he got school in Mississippi. He can't just come out to fucking California.
Right.
And when he do, it's fucking 9 months in between because he got the school year. All right, well, he out here for the summer. Like, so I don't know if maybe that's a thing that kind of makes him feel like, all right, well, she can live without me because I used to have to live without my dad for so much months at a time. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's like you feel like you didn't raise him to be the kind of father that he is because you were always available as a
Mhm.
father to him, but you weren't always present as a father to him.
Yeah.
Two totally different things.
But imagine being present and doing everything right for your kid and teaching them right from wrong. You go to basketball games, you give them the love, and you teach them everything, and
And
they
become a
still
whole ass
grow up and be
Mhm.
bitch ass niggas.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Mhm.
The one thing that I may have done, because my oldest is single still, is probably
How old is your oldest?
26.
That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Mhm.
No,
Huh?
no.
She done ran into some hoe ass niggas, and she like, I'm just gonna chill out.
My friends have
No,
said
has
maybe,
standards.
I would be
just-
happy, though.
maybe her standards are just way too high.
Or her
No.
standards are normal. And she
Right,
don't
and people
wanna deal
can't
with
they
it.
bar
can't
is
meet the
just in
standard.
hell.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, I recognize that
Because the dating pool got shit in there at this point.
No, I don't think it
That's
does.
disgusting.
because I mean, I may have spoiled them to the point where the expectation of like, hey, you can do better
But
than
that's
that.
not a bad thing as a father. That's literally your job.
Right, that's what you're supposed
More
to do.
need to do. And I feel like her being 26
And staying with
and
me,
single,
it's okay. You can stay with me.
yeah, like
No, there's nothing
Right.
wrong with
no, but that whole situation, I'm actually happy to hear it because you know what that says to me about your daughter? She's not fucking settling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
So you raised her to have a standard enough that she's like, look, I know what this feels like to be loved. I know what a man is supposed to do in my life.
Mhm.
You're not finna come in here and shortchange me.
Right.
Right.
So fuck you. I'd rather be by myself. So for
Mhm.
her to be not even 30 years old and already have that realization and standard for herself, when a lot of women, they got to be fucking 35 before they damn, man, I wasted all my 20s on this fuck niggas. You know what? From this point forward, no more fuck niggas. She already has that down.
I
Yeah.
hope so. I'm gonna
And-
talk to her about it.
And the good thing about it is she don't have to stay in a situation. She don't have to because she knows she can always come to her daddy house no matter what. Fuck you, nigga. I'm out.
That's why I don't
Mhm.
understand why people be so mad at Lori Harvey.
Right.
yeah.
She said on an interview a long time ago that her daddy told her don't ever forget she is the prize. Don't ever forget that. So if she ever ends up in a situation where she feels like it's no longer serving her and it's not, it's not for her, leave it. You do
Yeah.
not have to stay in those
I
situations.
applaud everything she do. All these fuck niggas who talk shit about her being a hoe, whatever. Like, nigga, what? Like, cause she move around like you?
That's basically what they be mad because they
Always say
can't
that.
win.
Yeah,
So she's a winning hoe.
Mhm.
yeah.
That's kind of hoe I like.
Mhm.
There's a lot of broke hoes.
Mm.
That should probably shut the fuck up.
Because-
broke hoes say no.
I mean, shit, niggas settle too though.
Because my dad just
Yeah.
kind of, you know how when you read the closed captions and it'd be like nervous chuckle. That was my
Duh.
daddy. When I told him, I said,
Nervous
I feel like my love life is your karma. I said, I feel like I'm being punished for your sins sometimes.
He chuckled like
Nervous.
Drake.
I flat out told him that. I said sometimes I do. I feel like, all of the stuff that you did and like stuff that you put my mom, because my mom and dad were like, they were together since high school. And out of all of those years, they didn't even get married until I was already in the 3rd grade after being together since high school. So they were together for a very long time. And it's like, out of all of that, I feel like, as your firstborn, karma was like, dice. And I crapped out and I ain't even had it, bro. First of all, I wasn't even supposed to be here, bro. I was on the abortion docket. Nigga, I was penciled in. She was sitting, I tell y'all all the time this story.
Pencil in on the abortion document.
I tell y'all all the time. My mom's was
That
in the paper
is
gown, ass out, reading the Jet Mag. And dad was, please don't kill my baby, please. And he talked her out of that shit just to leave her to be a single mom in the end.
Right.
So
Which
I
is crazy.
know.
Whoop his ass.
Oh,
So,
The
and,
first
and
clinic.
sometimes I feel like, because don't get me wrong, my mom, 1,000% when it came to being a provider, taking care of business, paying for, like, she never dropped the ball. But when it came to being a nurturer and like a mother,
Mhm.
she didn't know how to do that.
Right.
And it's like, I'm turning 39 this year and I still have to kind of wrestle with myself like, bro, you got to forgive her for that. Because it's like, bro, she didn't even want to be a mom. You know she didn't. Like, she wasn't ready for it.
Well, even too with you saying it, like my mother was not raised by her mother. She was raised by her father and her grandmother. So same, similar thing where my mother did love her, everything, but she didn't have that maternal instinct.
Yeah.
So she didn't know how to do those things. So like I was overcompensating. I could tell with my kids
Mm.
where I was always telling them because I probably 9 times, like in my late 20s, 30s, that's when I finally heard my mother say, I love you. I never heard that. I never heard my father say, I love you until my son forced him to do it when my son was 2. And that's the first time I've heard my father say it. So it's stuff like that. When you look back and recognize, you're like, damn, I'm the one that had to basically like change that standard in the family and be like, no, I'm loving on my kids and everything. And my son now, he's 6'3", 250, and I'm still, that's my baby.
And it's like, there were
I'm not in this business. He got his own house. He got his own household. So he
and
we have
I
our
do
mother-son date once a month, and that's
and
we
I
do.
have conversations with my kids because I am not if I ever get this book out, like I really need this book done. But I've talked about this before. Like, I don't consider myself the perfect mom by a long shot. There are a lot of things that I went through as a kid that kind of molded my personality, and it was hard having kids and adjusting that part of my personality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my mom not being like having that maternal instinct, like she didn't, spend time with me when I was a kid. Like, I even had like my foster sister. Like, my mom didn't take us and just, let's go have spa days and let's go to the movies, or let's just go out. Like, I didn't have those moments with my mom. My mom was a homebody. She didn't like to do anything. Like, she get off work, she come home, she go in the room, and that was kind of she stayed put unless she came out, like, cook dinner or something. She's back in her room. And I found myself being like that. And it's like, when they come in there, like I interact with them, or it's like, hey, y'all want to sit down, y'all want to watch a movie and stuff like. So I try to do some things with them. Like I said, like, even if it's just, hey, y'all want to sit here, just watch a bunch of Marvel movies together, or watch Harry Potter movies, or if it's something that they want, was, hey mom, can you watch this? And it's like, it ain't complete bullshit. Like, bro, I'm not gonna watch Steven Universe. Get out my face.
Exactly. I'm not gonna watch this YouTube shit that you want me to sit here and watch all the time.
But we can do stuff. So that portion I had to learn from, because it's like, I knew how I felt when I felt like my mom was kind of like secluding herself from me in the house. But it took me a minute, because I was feeling like, well, I do shit with them outside the house that my mom didn't do. I take them skating whenever Marvel movies come out. Where we at? We the first one. We in the movies. You know what I'm saying? We going bowling. I take them out to eat.
Right.
It was a point where, when I was working 2 jobs, I still made sure I'm like, all right, well, bowling every Thursday, or skating every Wednesday, or whatever, like little stuff like that. Like, I was doing shit. Like, my mom, she never did that with me. So it used to piss me off when I felt like my mom used to like try to criticize my parenting.
Right.
And it's like, how the fuck can you criticize me?
Something that you didn't do.
I felt like, Andy, who the fuck are you to put me on trial? Like, I got mad. And this might be news to some of you, but if you've been friends with me on Facebook for a while, you probably already knew. But there was a point where, like, Bree was having mental health issues back in 2018, and I had to put her through a program. She was had suicidal thoughts and everything, and I'm like, I've been through that, and my mom wasn't the nurturing type to be like, well, what help do you need? How can I help? What, talk to me, this and that. And it was kind of like, well, what you want to do? Like, I got to get back to work type shit.
Right.
Like, that was her thing. And it was like, for me, it was being a lot more proactive and being involved. Like, I talk to my kids all the time. I ask them how they feeling every single day when they walk in the door. how was school today?
I would say,
How was work today?
What was the highlight of your day?
You
That's
know,
normally what I ask
like-
the first question.
Like today, like and I was proud and cracking up at the same time because Ree finally had her, y'all know she just started fucking work. And what did she do? When she was like, somebody pissed her off and get the hell out of her face. I was like, it's like she 18 now. But no, but she was talking to me about how, how annoyed she was because at work she's doing her shit. Don't just come assuming because she feels that they're looking at her and underestimating her, or they basically like they're looking down on her. Like she was like, I know how to fucking read.
Right.
It says this, I'm making it this way. Don't come fucking with my shit because you think that I made it this way because the customer said no this, and you come, oh well, this is supposed to come with this on it, and then just dump it on my fucking sandwich. I didn't put it on there for a reason
because they didn't ask for it.
Right. And then I guess one of her managers was like, oh well, when you're wrapping a cold sandwich to go, you're supposed to put it on this. And she's like, I just look, and I kept doing. She was like, because it was a for here order. So then the lady repeated, like, I don't see the sandwich. She was like, well, that's fine, but this is an order for. Oh well, why didn't you just say that? Why are you over here fucking with me? Like
Exactly.
I
Why
can't
didn't
fucking
you
read
ask
what's on the
me?
screen.
Right.
Whoop their ass.
Because you could have easily started out. Is that order for to go? Okay, well if it's to go, then make sure that you blah 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 blah. You just came over here assuming I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Right.
So being able to just vent to me about shit like that. Jelly Bean every single day. She get in the fucking car and she's, how was school today? Oh well, we did this, we did that. I hate kids, blah blah. Like because they be
I hate
pissing her off.
I was gonna say, it sounds like we're parenting similar children.
That's definitely my girl. TT definitely be like, fuck them kids. Like, but you a kid.
Yeah, but that's something that I had to learn based off of what I knew I was missing.
Right.
And I tell people all the time, no, I am not a perfect mom, but all of the areas that my mom went wrong with me, those holes that she had in her parenting, I plugged them in mine.
Yep.
I knew where she went wrong. So it's like, now I feel like so many parents are parenting out of guilt instead of parenting out of love. And parenting out of guilt means that you are going to be too worried about appeasing your kids and not pissing them off instead of telling them what they need to hear and doing what's best for them.
Or want to give the perception of reality to people who don't give a fuck that you a good parent.
Yeah. So like with Ree wanted to go to Riverside. That was going to be her first choice on, her high school selection. I was like, oh, that's fine. Arts. But my arts, you only wanted because Noah was at Riverside, right? Where was Noah at? Oh, Noah was at Golden.
Yeah, he is.
Who the fuck? Jonathan was at Riverside. Was it Jonathan?
I don't know who that is, but okay.
No, I'm talking to Juan, his nephew's son. I think that was Jonathan was at Riverside, but it was Jonathan, and then it was like a couple of her friends, and want to go to no. Because there's no reason for that. And imagine she wanted to go to Riverside because they had volleyball. But I told y'all how bad she sucked at volleyball. So
that's funny.
So just imagine had I not vetoed that decision and like, oh well, yeah, you can go there. And then she go to play fucking volleyball and she goddamn sucked. So now what? So now we are sitting here.
I hate it here.
With no opportunity whatsoever because I let you do what you wanted to do versus me doing what's best for you as your mother.
Yep.
Because I didn't give a fuck if I pissed you off or not. So she was mad at first, like, oh man, yeah, go stew about it in your room. Go slam me. Go write about me in your journal.
Right.
Go draw me as a hangman. I don't give a fuck. You're going to the arts.
Yeah.
And now look, what's happened in that time? 37 out of $40,000 paid for her freshman year because of scholarships.
And let's not forget she found herself during that time frame too.
Right. And it's like
it would have been so different if it was Riverside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She meant the cheaper hood.
Oh, we missing out on comments, y'all. We getting
We supposed to be getting
yelled
ready
at.
to go home.
we getting yelled at in the comments, y'all.
Trey said it's the balance she had to learn. Dino said, I'm proud of y'all for changing y'all family structures. No bullshit.
Dino,
Kayla said,
Southside.
"Yep, I had to learn to be affectionate with my son because my mom wasn't. Now she hugs me and it feels weird because she didn't do that with us as kids."
Like, what you
Don't
doing?
be complaining now. She
No,
she
it's
give me
just something
hugs.
just to discuss though too, because I know it was like that initially with my mom, and then we had that conversation about that. Because I said to her, I was like, "Look, I said, don't try to do this now out of guilt. Like, let's
Like,
go
don't be
ahead and
trying
have
to
a
get into heaven
conversation.
now.
All right, let's have the conversation about it." And then after we did, we were good.
Is it out of guilt?
Yeah.
It was. She told me it was
Oh.
Dino said, "We are still learning every day. There's no concrete parenting manual."
at all.
And there was a thing with my mom that some of y'all may not know, but
She get on your
when
nerves.
when I first like while I was locked up,
That
I
we
had
know.
I signed over rights to my mom to be able to handle everything, so they didn't have to contact me for nothing. If anything happened, my mom was able to make all the decisions. And knowing my mom and how she likes to control shit, I dated it until and I put my release date there. I got it notarized, sent it up. So anything that she did, whether it was doctor appointments, whatever, she had this document. But my mom like really tried to take over with Riri. Like Jelly Bean she wasn't even thought of at this time. And my mom spent so much time with Riri, and she's been a way more active and involved grandmother than she was a
Mhm.
mother.
Yep.
And I always felt like that was out of guilt
Mhm.
because she wasn't like that with me.
Mhm.
So when Riri was a baby, and then even when she got Tyler and Jelly Bean was born, her and my stepfather, like, they always had my kids,
Mhm.
always. And I didn't think nothing of it because I mean that's how I grew up. I was
Mhm.
always at my grandpa's house, my grandma, like that's what grandparents fucking interacted with their grandkids back then. So
Right.
that's a tradition that I expected to carry on. Cause like I told people, like me and Juan, we grew up in the same house because we live where? With our fucking grandmother.
Mhm.
Like Granny house was open to all. So it's like my mom and me living there, his mom and him living there. And this, it was room for everybody type shit. So it wasn't out of the ordinary for my mom to want to spend so much time with my kids.
Mhm.
I didn't dump my kids off on her.
Right.
I can be at home and they come pick them up. And I'm like, well, shit, what niggas on tonight? Next thing you know, I'm in a hoe dress out in mix because the kids is gone. I'm finna enjoy it.
Mhm.
And then it's like,
Smell like fried chicken.
yeah, and it's like I would literally like through the week, my mom was at home. I'm spending the fucking school week with my grandmother and shit because my grandmother lived closer to my school. So it made more. She was like, well, no, I don't want you to have to, worry about that. I'll get her up. I'll get her ready for school, blah, blah. So I was basically raised by my grandmother. And then it's like, even on the weekends, Brian going home on my friends in the hood. I don't know nobody. We in a fucking apartment building up there, nigga. I can't bounce no ball over there. I'm staying at Granny house. So I was always at my grandmother's house. So that wasn't something that was foreign to me. So for me to find out that my mother was feeding to my kids, like, oh, your mama just want to party all the time, so she leave y'all. Like, she made them feel like I was dumping them off on her when that was a voluntary decision for her and my stepdad to pick them up. And me and Rhea have had this conversation. She was like, I'm not gonna lie. She was like, I felt the way about you all of these years. She was like, but finding out that that's not the case, she was like, now me and Granny not close no more because I don't like how she did that.
Right.
So now my mom feels away because her and Rhea's relationship has suffered, and Rhea's not as close to her because they got the same birthday.
Mhm.
But she was like, she really made it seem like it was this way, and we didn't know no better.
You brought it yourself.
Yeah, because you did that.
Mhm.
So I'm like, because we was talking one day, and I'm like, we really gotta, I had to sit down, and I'm like, all right, so I don't punch you in the forehead. What
Like,
is
we
your
need to have a
problem?
conversation, right?
And when I was like, what? I was like, no. I said, your granny used to just fucking come get you. I said, I didn't even have plans until after they decided they was go throw y'all in the back of the fucking car. Like, because I didn't plan shit like that. So after having that conversation with her whole perspective of me as a mother changed because she's like, damn, this whole time I'm thinking like, damn, like she ain't want us or something, or she just didn't whatever, like, cause we always at her granny house, and I'm like, no, nigga, that was your granny's fucking idea.
Mhm.
I used to be at home bored sometimes and shit, like, damn, man, I should go get my fucking kids. Like, you know, but because of the fact that I always felt like my mom was trying to make up for not being a mother like that to me, I let her have those moments.
Mhm.
But when I bought the house, I'm like, they ain't coming over there. So I had to break that and keep my kids at home. And then she started seeing, like, she started feeling bad. Like, cause you made my kids really think that I was just fucking dumping them off on you and didn't want them to fucking be at home because I wanted to party. When me partying was a result of y'all just fucking coming and getting them.
Mhm.
Or if we went over to visit and I'm putting a coat on, oh, you can just leave them here. You sure?
All right.
Well, shit, it's already, you know, such and such. They done ate already. Just, you know, I give them a bath, put them, whatever.
Sucker.
I'm like, all right, shit, you know, because that's how I was used to growing up. There were literally times where, and even now, I can't tell you what the fuck I ate last week, but I can tell you times when I had on my little fucking Care Bear pajamas and being asleep and feeling my body doing this shit. And it's my mom lifting me up and sneaking my coat on, picking me up to take me home in the middle of the night. And then my granny like, well, why you take her? She was like, well, Mom, you was, you know, you had her all week, you know, I just brought her home.
Can I have my goddamn child?
Right, like, can I have my kid back?
Yeah. So that's something that, you know, I've wanted to talk about, the fact, like, me having my kids, it took a longer time to build that foundation with them because my mom broke a trust with them,
Right.
making them think that something completely off the map was how I felt about them.
Mhm.
So even with that, it's like me and my mom, like, we fell out for a long time behind that.
It's worth it. You gotta get that clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm happy now that they have a full, you know, understanding of the situation. And I explained to them, like, well, you know, your granddad ain't shit, but this is how I grew up with his dad. You know, I was always over there. I was always at my granny house, or I was literally never at home. It's to a point where what kids don't stay home on Christmas? Christmas Eve, I would go spend the night at my cousin's house, and my mom and dad would sneak presents to my aunt and uncle. Like, here, you know, put these under the tree for her, because Santa was still a thing then. So that I would think, well, how Santa know I was here? Because he real. He know where all the kids is at, type shit. So I'm not even staying home on fucking Christmas night because I'm staying at other people's house. But I didn't look at that as something wrong. I didn't look at that as being fucking neglectful. I wanted to be where it was fun at. I was the only child at that time. Like, I didn't have foster siblings at that time. Like, I didn't want to be at home. I was by my fucking self. It was lonely. At Granny house, my cousins and shit was there. Nigga, I want to go kick it. So that, you know, that was a huge thing that I had to learn from my own childhood, like how I felt about my mom and feeling like she was avoiding me and shit because she really didn't want to be a fucking mom. Like, I didn't even know about the abortion shit back then, but like as I got older, I'm like, a lot of shit makes sense.
Right.
Because she probably like, bitch ass nigga left me in the house with this fucking kid that I didn't even goddamn want. Now I'm taking care of everything. He a fucking deadbeat and she just here. Like, you know?
God damn.
Hey, it be like that sometimes. Hold on.
Harsh realities.
Keisha said, you got a serious sis. Break it up and get all the bag. Dino said, kids learn from adult examples of how to do shit, from talking to morals. My girl bounced back like a player, though.
Wait, what?
No. Right. Oh, Keisha's talking about her boss, talking about tell Ruby throw that hoe on the grill. Yeah, my school, she went to the better school. Y'all leaving us out in the comments. Sorry, Keisha. My bad.
When we get to talking, fam.
I know, right? They gonna be way behind.
I'm over here working anyway. I wasn't paying attention.
I think I gotta start like rotating, like keeping the fucking laptop in front of me.
Have Tommy work the comments.
Same. My grandma always had us, raised me my whole first year. And that's the thing. And it's like in
It works.
in black households, like back then, like grandparents were very, very, very important. Now, grandparents ain't done being young, so they still want to party and shit.
That's because
And
you
I don't-
became a mama at 19. So
Hey, slow down, slow down.
I don't.
you were tricked.
I
Well,
was
no,
18.
because I
You were tricked.
look, me and Rhea are 20 years apart, but my mom was always like from the very beginning. My mom has always been an outstanding fucking grandmother. I will never take that away from her. But she has spent way more time with my kids than she's ever spent with me, and
She was
I'm
still
twice
growing up with
fucking
you.
age.
She was still growing up with you.
No, she said we the same person, literally, child. Whoo, my mother-in-law. I said maybe your granny did the same to your mom. Sorry if that's a force. Oh no, and I think that's the thing that hurt me so bad about it, because my grandmother has never ever ever treated my mom the way that my mom has treated me. Like my grandma's demeanor and just everything is completely fucking different. My mom was the baby of all of my granny's kids. My mom was number 19.
God
And I told you
damn.
20 and 21 was twins, but they didn't live too long. So my mom was the baby. She was number 19. Instant favorite and shit. You know,
Number
I was kind of like the favorite grandchild and
That was a
shit.
song too.
I didn't
No,
have
no, no,
those
no, no,
problems.
19,
Like my
19.
granny didn't, she wasn't like that to my mom at all. Actually the house that I grew up in, with my grandmother, like me and Juan, she actually ended up like she signed that house over to my mom. And people were mad about that. And she's like, well, Brenda worked hard. She don't, like she did everything for my mom because my mom was the type to do everything for herself.
Y'all so lucky to have your grandparents in your life,
Mhm.
or had them, or whoever.
And on my dad's side, and I think that's what hurts me so much about my dad and his side of the family, like they're not active with my kids. And I grew up with all of my grandparents except my mother's father, and that's because he passed when she was 9. So on my dad's side, not only did I have his mother and his father, I had both full sets of my great grandparents from both of his parents.
Oh wow.
So I was going to Louisiana every summer, and I was seeing both sets of my great grandparents.
Mhm.
So yeah. And
Crazy.
then we shoot over to Little Rock. Motherfucker said I was crazy and she would never help me again after I had to call the cops on her for keeping Tristan. Story for another day. If you want to be a quote unquote parent, start with the ones you had and stop making it seem like I'm a bad parent.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. It'd be so hard because like I can't just scroll with my finger. We almost out of here, y'all. Tone being weird, like he don't know my shows being long.
Fam, it's gonna be midnight.
Did nobody tell you start at 9? Y'all, I got so much anger. Now I'm in therapy to get over all that shit. I can attest to that because when I started therapy, my mom was mad. I didn't realize how my mom was the root and like the trigger for a lot of my issues. And then once I started addressing shit, my mom was like, well, that bitch just trying to turn you against me and she because I'm actually addressing
But
shit.
she's gaslighting.
Yep.
Old folks are
Yeah,
known
but
for
therapy
gaslighting.
definitely helps. Let's see. I consider my granny my mama, and my moms be hot about it. They be like that.
Well, we call my granny.
She say child. I hear her saying child.
You know what's funny? For those that know about like my relationship with Marvin and his mom, my girls are like, they've always been like super, super close to her. Like she doesn't have any biological grandkids because her daughter passed, I think 2015, and then Marvin doesn't have any kids yet. And me and her relationship was so close because she has a mothering instinct. Like I said, she's older, she's in her 60s, and she has that nurturing to her. So when I was sick, like she's making me homemade soup. and she's making
Mhm.
sure I'm okay. And if I spent the night over there and had to go to fucking work the next morning, here, I made you breakfast, and here, take this for lunch. Like she, she just,
Mhm.
that's the kind of person that she was. She'll call and make sure I'm good. She's the type that, when you come in and give her a hug, like she slides you $20 in your hand type shit. Like my granny used to do. And it's like my mom wasn't like that. So my mom would get mad because I had to go and install, like one of the little nest things
Mhm.
and hook that up for her. Oh, but when I could do this, and I'm like, she doesn't make me feel like I'm obligated to do it. You
Mhm.
make a motherfucker feel like they're obligated to do something for you because you're my mom, even though when you do shit for me, it always comes with a price.
Mhm.
It's always going to come up later. It's always going to bite me in the ass. You have been living here with me rent and bill free for all of this time. But if I were to ask you for something,
That's a problem.
it's gonna bite me in the ass somehow.
Mhm.
How? Because that's how Dinkins mothers are. And I don't know where they got that from because my granny wasn't fucking like that.
Mhm.
Like, not at all. Like, my granny died when motherfuckers like depending on her and shit. My grandma always told my mama that I was her child and she didn't care what my mama said. Like your own kids don't barely fuck with you, but you want to make up for it through my kids. Have a good fucking day, man.
Your show's therapy today.
Yeah.
Second half is
Yeah.
First
Therapy
half-
first
saved
half was bullshit.
therapy saved my life last year. I love my therapist for my soul because of the tools she gave me to release, reset, and win. Shout out to that.
Mhm.
You were coming ready to go lately, and I don't like that.
I ain't got the energy.
He always be coming ready to go.
Who said I becoming ready to go? Fuck you.
He do though.
Dog, I be here since like 10 a.m.
That
So
is
it's
not
not our
my
fault.
fault. Because
saying-
who
what
moved
I'm
me
not-
to who moved me to Sundays because they said, well, you can do Sundays because that way nobody's on after you, and then
That's
we
what
don't
ma-
have to worry about you rushing.
That's
Who
what-
put me on Sundays?
that's
Because
what
I
we
was on
only record-
Tuesdays.
That's
I
when
was
we
on
was
Tuesdays.
recording only 3 shows.
I was on Tuesdays.
You recorded on Tuesday?
Man, we
I was
started on multiple different
I was
things.
I
I don't
was
remember what. I don't remember.
no, initially I was after Scales, and Scales used to be here sometimes and end up making me late.
and
yeah,
I
that was
moved
the
and I
beginning.
moved her to Mondays and moved Kiana to Tuesdays, and then Kiana almost killed him.
We have a very respectful lineup of shows now that we honor each other's time. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
really?
Except for some,
Uh-oh.
Except for me.
don't sound like it.
You don't come on. Tom.
I do what the 4 minutes I'll be late.
Hey,
trying to look,
that was
4
that
minutes.
caption. Nervous chuckle.
That's what she say. So you-
it's still within.
Tina
It's still
said this was a
within-
great
it's still
podcast, and I
within a
appreciate it,
respectful
man.
reason.
And we ain't even hit 3 hours yet, and he complaining. We be,
Three- No, it's a podcast. You know who you starting to get like that other podcast across town
don't matter to me.
that go forever and a day.
People listen, and they usually listen to me at work too, so this helped them get through because they had their jobs sometimes.
One thing I appreciate: there's no dead horses being beat here.
No.
It's topic after topic after topic.
It's
That's
true.
right.
It's no wasted
Take
space.
that. Take that. Take that.
Yes.
I mean, I
I
can
like
beat a
that.
dead horse if you want to.
But that's
That was
that's
the banana for a minute. The monkeys and banana.
That's exactly what you was doing.
And the pink hair.
Constantly
you
kept trying to
Pink hair.
You motherfuckers is crying now.
One was gonna get a joke out.
Yeah.
He was gonna
You
force one.
motherfuckers is over here.
I said I can't pay for your services.
You know, one is like that one character on a black TV show who's just there to be funny, and sometimes the jokes don't land, but he don't give a fuck because he still get a check. That's why.
Hey, look, man. You missed
You
90%
mean
of the
Marlon-
shots that
Marlon
you don't
Wayans?
take.
Oh, that's his whole career.
Keep shooting. One of them motherfucking jumpers go swish. And
Don't do that in the playoffs, though, bro.
Yeah.
that's
Ain't
terrible.
time to try nothing new.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah, but if you have been in a similar situation, trust me, I get it, and that is definitely some shit that you really, really, really got to work through.
Mm-hmm.
because how many times have we heard people, talk about breaking generational curses, but they've never
Yep.
actually broken generational curses. And I haven't broken all of them, but I've done my absolute best to make my kids feel loved because growing up, I knew my mom loved me, but it's like I didn't necessarily feel that from
Yeah.
her. It felt more like an obligatory love.
Yeah, it was an obligation because the thing is that they weren't emotionally available to you. So they
Right.
didn't know how to provide that emotional support to you. Like I tried to have a conversation with my dad about that and he went off on me and I said, you know what? You're not ready for this conversation.
my
So we're
mom.
never going to have this
That's my
conversation.
mom.
I said, but that's okay. Because now I know where you stand and I know where I stand and I'm good.
That's why she got to snapping, talking
Yeah.
about my therapist and
Mhm. Because he tried to slip, was like, when's the last time you went to church? I said, what's that got to do with what we talking about right now? I'm like, why you got to bring the church into it? I
All
said, if we
I'm
want to bring the
saying-
church into it, I'm really hurt to feelings.
Because the church is the reason why black folks don't know how to talk about their feelings.
because they think they can pray everything away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's the issue. And that's
And I've talked about that with my therapist as well. But with my mom, it was crazy because it's like I told y'all when Ree was going through her suicidal shit and everything, and it's like I'm calling my mom and like crying to this lady. Like she was in Alabama at the time because it's like this is my firstborn
right.
and she's going through this, and it's like
Nigga took
even though I
himself.
know that
Mhm.
I know how this feels, like at the time I don't know exactly how to help her right in this moment other than
Mhm.
bringing somebody else in. And the first thing that she did was blame me.
Yeah.
Blame me for feeling this way.
Mhm.
It didn't have shit to do with me, but she automatically that was the direction
Mhm.
that she went. Like, well, this is your fault because, and I'm like, I just hung up on her.
Yeah. Yeah, as you should.
But it was like that was a difficult thing, not being able to talk to my mom about real shit like that. Me and my mom have always had an open relationship, but it was never about like the heavy hitting and emotional shit
Right.
that I needed to be able to talk to her about. We've always had an open relationship where I was able to discuss bullshit with her
Mhm.
or sexual shit with her, or just day-to-day shit
Mhm.
where I didn't have to filter things with her. But when it came to actual emotion and love and nurturing and like needing her to be an actual support person, that was not there.
Right.
So me being able to provide that to the girls is something that, I am proud of,
Mhm.
because me being able to notice patterns. Okay, I know that when I was this age and I was acting this way or I
Mhm.
felt like this is what was going on.
Yep.
Let me step in. Let me have a conversation. How can we fix this?
Right.
So Ree is like a complete, 180 from what the
Mhm.
fuck I was as a kid, because I was able to be there for her emotionally and mentally more than my mom was for
Mhm.
me. Like I said, I can't say that I didn't drop the ball sometimes. There was a point where I was working 2 jobs. I'm getting off one job, going right to the other. I'm going to school. I'm doing all this shit. And by the time I come home, like niggas getting ready to go to bed. I wasn't able to spend that time with them.
Right.
So, I did feel guilty about that because I'm like, bro, you turning into your mom. Like
Mhm.
you not able to give them that time and shit that you wanted from your mom. At
And
that
that's when
time,
you
there
interrupt the
wasn't really
pattern.
anything that I can do about it because financially that's what needed to be done.
Mhm.
But all I can do is let them know, like, I do love you. I'm just, this is what mommy got to do right now.
Mhm.
I hate that, we can't do this and do that, but I don't want y'all to think that I'm avoiding you. And that was something that I also had to talk to them about when I was dealing with my own mental health issues.
Yep.
I have my points where I still spiral sometimes,
Mhm.
and they have an understanding. Like, mom, we understand, you dealing with, shit. But I've had to talk to them about that. Like, because when I'm in those modes where I'm depressed and my shit is all out of whack, like I want to be left alone.
Yep.
And I have to tell them, like, I don't ever want y'all to feel like it's y'all. Like
Right.
I don't want y'all in my space. I don't want to be bothered with y'all. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. It's just
Mhm.
mommy's having a difficult time right now, and it's hard for me to really be engaged and interact with y'all how I would like to, because
Mhm.
this is affecting me.
And I've gone through similar as well too, where I've had to have those same conversations with my kids. And like my youngest, she takes it because, like I said, I feel like we probably parenting the same kids. But like my youngest, she takes it very literally. Like she thinks it's her. And I have to constantly sit down with her and be like, look, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yep.
You didn't do nothing. I said, you're doing the best that you can. You're doing good. I appreciate everything you're doing. It's that I'm having a hard time right now. I said, there's a lot of things going on and it's over your head. And it's not something that you can do anything about. All I can ask for you to do is just to be supportive towards me, just like I'm supportive towards you.
Yep.
And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna work through this together. And that's all I can do.
Yep.
So I get it.
And it is, and it's like a lot of times it's like they be kind of like stay out of grown folks' business type shit. But
And I
it's
don't
like,
do that. That's like
but
I
you
give
have
them
to have those conversations
Right.
with them, because if you're not talking to them about it,
they don't
it's
get
gonna internalize some shit, and they go
Mhm.
get to like, damn man, my mama really don't like me.
Right.
Like, you know, and I be feeling bad, like, damn, Reed, chill out. Shit, like she be on
Right.
on the phone with her friends, she be like, oh well, shit, I don't know about that. My mama ain't like that. Like, bro,
Mhm.
you know, you don't gotta say it like
Right.
that. But like she be
Yep.
Ree is, you know how Scorpios are.
Mhm.
But she be kind of like just kind of out of her mouth with it. Like I don't think she thinks twice, because I know she be kind of like, damn, I'm glad I don't got to deal with that. But it's like,
Mhm.
bro, they in the middle like venting and feeling away, and it's kind of like, you know, you're
Right.
just like, whoo,
That's fucked
kind of
up.
suck for you, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Like I told you, like with her turning 18, and you know, they were basically like projecting on her, talking to her like, oh girl, you finna be 18, your mama finna. And she was like, I don't
Not
got
here.
one of them.
Yeah.
She was like, my mama ain't said nothing about me moving out. Like,
Right.
and look, she's starting fall into college, and we're starting college
Mhm.
in the fall, and where the fuck is she finna be?
Right.
Right in her bedroom.
Mhm.
Like nothing happened. She just
Yeah.
going from fucking the high school to college at this point. Like
Mhm.
I'm not at a point where I want to make her feel like she has to leave. When
Right.
she leaves, I want her to be fully prepared. Now
Mhm.
that's one thing. Like with my mom, I was always able to go back home, but she always made me regret it,
Right.
because it always seemed like there was an obligation attached to it.
Mhm.
There was always some kind of terms or stipulations, like something was always held over my head for. And it's like, that is one thing that I'm actually kind of glad that my mom did, because that showed me how not to be
Yep.
with my kids. So no
Mhm.
matter what my kids do, like you're not obligated to me for anything. You did
Mhm.
not ask me to be here.
Yep.
Anything that I'm doing for you, it is because I want you to succeed and I want you to be better than I am.
Mhm.
It's not because I want you to owe me.
Yeah.
Like Ree's working now. She's 18. How
Mhm.
many black households, because she is 18 and working, even if she wasn't 18, because she started
You gotta
working,
start paying some of these bills now.
well, you gotta have to start giving me some on the light bill or the water bill. Or,
Mhm.
no.
You gotta pay your phone bill now, or you gotta do something else. Like even with my son moved out when he was, because he's 23 now. He moved out when he was almost 21, and that's just because he was like, I'm doing my own thing with some of the stuff that I'm doing. Dad, you know, tripping on me or whatever. And I'm like, well, you can come over here sometimes. I said, you can't be here all the time. I'm like, you can still be here if you want to. He's like, no, I'm gonna get my own place. Okay. But it
Yep.
wasn't something that's forced on him. Like he
Yep.
had to go do it.
So all of Ree's paychecks, when she gets paid, they go right into her account.
Mm.
And Ree's cheap, so they go stack.
That
That nigga
my
do not
kids.
like to spend no fucking money.
But we'll
But
turn
I'm-
around and look at you like so.
But I'm happy for that, because she knows
Mm.
how to save money. And one thing that even with Juan, there was a point in time, because I know how our mothers are,
Mhm.
I tried to help Juan. I had Juan come move in with me so that he can get a job and actually save his money. I knew that I would be able to cover my rent without him being there.
Mhm.
Save your money. But then it's like little shit. Like, all right, at least just put some tissue in this motherfucker. Something, you know, you got a lot more ass than I do, bro. Put some on the Charmin, my nigga.
So,
That's all I ask.
when my daughter came home during the pandemic. She had already graduated, and she was staying with my uncle. And my uncle's older, and back then they were like, elderly people were more susceptible to COVID. And she was trying to go in and out the house, and they had this conversation where like, hey, you need to be still. And she's like, I probably just need to go home. I said, just come on home. So she came home and stayed with me. She didn't stay with her mother. She could stay with me. And the stipulation was, come home, get yourself ready. If you decide you're going to go to grad school, whatever, just stay with me until you figure it out. I did end up dating somebody who had an issue with the fact that I wasn't making her pay for anything. I'm like, that wasn't the agreement I had. Like, I'm not going to renege on the agreement.
It's a damn kitty.
And-
Yeah, that's-
go.
And
That's projecting. She was probably projecting whatever might have happened to her
mhm.
onto you because
Right.
she had to deal with whatever that was.
Because the argument on social media is always parents feel like they have to charge their kids to live with them to teach them responsibility.
Right, it's like
She got like $15,000 saved.
She got responsibility already.
She know how to do it. She got her car note. I co-signed in her car. She's paying the car note. I've never had to worry about that shit. And I gave her cell phone bill. I was like, you pay your cell phone bill, and she has to pay her car insurance.
yeah, she's
And I think that was the only thing that I said I might have restart doing. And it's Spectrum. It's $29.99 a month. Just so that she can get used to like paying.
having a steady bill that she's paying
And put
on.
some money on the Charmin.
Like-
we need you tissue.
Oh
like-
no! If anybody got to put something on the Charmin, it's fucking Jelly Bean. The smallest ass in the house uses the most.
Thank
tissue.
you.
Hey,
Why?
Hey, I said those girls eat tissue.
Yes.
They
The,
eat
the
tissue.
smallest ass in the
Mhm.
fucking house uses all the tissue.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, but I do. I really, really, really want to be able to provide a foundation for my girls to be able to build off of and be successful and not have to keep looking over their shoulder like, damn, what I owe my mama now? What I owe
Yep.
my mama now? What I owe my
Like,
mama now?
or let me hurry up and try to get this money together so I can get out of here. I'm
Right.
tired of her being
Because that's how I was. Like,
and I was too. Like when
because-
as soon as I hit 19, I had a baby on my hip and I'm out the house.
my mom's sister, she ain't my auntie no more. Fuck her. Every
You just disowned her.
every Christmas, every
Mhm.
Christmas, her Christmas gift to us was $50 savings bonds.
Mm,
Every Christmas. So I wasn't obviously allowed to spend those.
right.
I had to let them,
Accumulate.
Yep.
And they have to mature.
But because shit was so bad, like to the point, like when my mom like got with my stepdad and shit, and I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna stay here. Like something that I could have still been saving and invest, letting build for my future and shit. I took all that shit and cashed it in just so I can get my fucking security deposit and shit for me to be able to move the fuck out.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, and it I didn't even do it as soon as I turned 18. Like it was so I'm like, I can't live here. But like the money that I was making, I'm like, I need my security deposit. So that I fucking cashed my shit in to get my security deposit, and then I moved out.
Yep.
And then guess who ended up pregnant with Riri? They ended up back fucking home anyway.
Yeah, no, I had already had my son, so he was just a little bit over 1 at that time when I moved out, and I was like, I got to get out of here. I'm like, y'all just doing too much.
Yeah. So I don't want her to feel that she has to leave. If she ever gets to a point where it's like, bro, look, I really just want to walk out with my coochie out and have my girlfriend here. I gotta move. It is what it is.
Right.
I get it.
And that's really
Because
what
I own
that's
this.
how my son
I
was.
own
He's
this
like, yeah,
motherfucker, and
gotta
I
just
can't
do-
even walk out with my coochie out with my nigga. Just hey,
Mhm.
I'm finna get a quickie by the toaster. I can't do none of that shit because it's always a house full of fucking people here, and I paid for the house,
That's
so I
the
get
good
it.
thing about having joint custody 50-50. I can go home right now and just walk around the way I feel and be okay with it.
I really hate
Until
that I didn't have
Tuesday.
niggas responsible enough to do 50-50 with. My God, oh, I'm so jealous. But yeah, heal your traumas, man, so you don't pass them down to your kids, and
Yes.
really, really, really try to like do better by your kids than your parents did by you.
And also
Even-
get the support that you need as well too, because I mean
Yeah.
there are people like myself which are coaches, and that's what we do. We work with people and we are able to assist you with your traumas and things like that as well. So to go ahead and plug myself. So there it is.
Oh no, see, he be put out.
Yeah.
He rolling the fucking tissue off into the shower and shit.
Who the fuck?
He said Tristan rolling the rolls right into the shower and it be soggy as fuck. Then he roll in the balls and chew on it, or it's all over the tub. And y'all know how hard, like wet tissue and shit, you gotta really scoop that shit up because it be sticking.
That's a good
That'd be a
time.
fight.
Yeah. So our takeaways from today, like our little therapy session. Boy moms, stop fucking hiding them from responsibilities and
coddle.
accountability, okay?
Do not coddle your boys.
You can love on them. You can provide them with affection. You can be supportive. But there is some point where you have to realize he has to be a man without me taking over everything.
Stop raising bitch ass niggas.
Oh my.
I mean,
Or douchebags.
Mhm.
Still bitch ass niggas.
Don't be a douche.
Right.
no. So one of our Facebook friends, she asks like, what is the white equivalent of bitch ass nigga? Now I said cracker ass cracker.
A cack.
Nah.
Now, unfortunately, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this. The cracker emoji is no longer available.
Yeah, that's
I-
correct. I noticed that.
Yeah, I think because the context in which we were using it
The
in,
envelopians have now removed this, and I gotta
Yeah.
start using envelopes.
the casserolians.
The light skinned.
Might have to start using rice.
Yeah,
and
so
also-
now we no
The
longer have the
casserole
saltine
is
cracker
great.
emoji.
That's racist.
Is there casserole in here though? Let me see.
Might be.
It might be a casserole dish in
Hey,
there.
don't call me pal.
Hey,
Pal.
Bucko.
Yeah, like that. Don't
Bucko.
Like, if you out here calling people Bucko, fam, you got beef. Hey, don't say Bucko in my presence. Listen here.
There's a casserole.
Listen here, Bucko.
There's a casserole, but
emoji?
Yeah,
Is-
there's,
Hey,
there's a
pal.
casserole jersey.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's it? White people love buddy too.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that as
Hey,
well.
buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Look here, buddy.
Look at
there,
you,
there it is.
Buckaroo.
Casserole.
Mhm.
Look like a burger on a laptop.
Is-
There's a bowl of rice.
Definitely look like a bun.
Okay, well, all right.
Yeah, because if you
Take
type
us home.
if you type cracker now, it brings up like one of them Japanese cracker with seaweed on it. It's a rice cracker. Which technically, if Tone calling them rice crackers are still white people.
I told you I got a whole playlist on Spotify called Rice Skinned. It's all my favorite white songs.
Well, we are gonna go ahead and get out of here because I'm tired of these bitch ass niggas fucking crying. Like, why put me on Sundays for me to do my show my way and then complain about me doing my motherfucking show my way? So anyway,
My way.
if you were not able to catch the full show, we will not have a replay, but you can always go on my page and then just scroll and look for tonight's episode, Audacity and Foolassery. That will be available on my page, or you can always stream on all of your favorite platforms starting on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. every single week. Well, every week that we actually have a podcast, because you
And
know.
they're also going to be on Tone Deaf Radio.
Tone Deaf Radio.
Oh,
Tone Deaf Radio.
so before I go, I want to say one more thing about these bitch ass niggas rushing me, right? Tone said before we came in here that he already knew that it was gonna be a long show because we had to skip last week because of Easter, but yet he's still rushing me. So fuck these niggas. Until next time, we got a hoe.
I wasn't rushing you. I was just bitching and moaning. It's a difference.
No,
Well,
he
I
was
gotta-
rushing me.
Rushing you would I would have kept trying to close the
Well, I
show.
got an appointment, so I gotta go.
I'm not a bitch ass nigga.